Greetings, comrades. Welcome to All Power to the People podcast on Grown Folks Talking, Express Yourself Internet Radio via the Huddle Team app. We meet every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We discuss local, national, and global events that impact the material conditions of the people and provide viable solutions. We are here to find those tired of the way their lives are socially constructed. As Panthers, we use dialectic materialism. As Dr. Huey P. Newton stated, power is the ability to define phenomena and make it act in a desired manner. From combating the housing crisis to police patrols, we are the vanguard in place to serve our communities. The purpose of this program is to highlight contradictions in the electoral process, which Western culture calls politics. Politics is the struggle for resources. Participating in America's electoral process has only taken resources from the people and handed it to the oligarchs and the professional managerial class that serve them by maintaining the status quo through coercion. We know that power lies with the people, and it is our duty to organize and educate the community so that they can fight for their own liberation. So please, join us every Sunday at 12 p.m. You can join by downloading the Huddle Team app, join online, or call in. The app and joining online is free, but if you call in, standard messaging rates may apply. Links to the show will be provided in the caption. This is General Secretary Patience of the new African Black Panther Party, NABPP North. All power to the people.
Caller?
Hey, salam alaikum.
What's up?
What's on?
It's Ali Muhammad.
Okay.
What's up, Ali?
What's up, baby? Nobody worked harder for the Barakas in 2018 than Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody worked harder. His whole family. And let me tell you, when you lose somebody like him, and then you lose Ali Muhammad, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Why do you lose people like that go away? Why do you lose people like that?
Ali, don't go nowhere. You there, Ali?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, I wanted to say something to you. I didn't speak to Ali in a couple of years.
Right.
Hey, yo, when I left the Barakas after I found out how they moved, everybody that was with them, you see, because I was still naive in my political stage right then. I was still naive.
Right.
Everybody that was with them, I painted them all with the same brush. So I saw Ali somewhere, and I was real disrespectful to him. I was calling him all the time, all kind of stuff, and he didn't go back and curse me out. He didn't do like they be doing. You know what he did? He just stopped talking to me.
That's right.
He just stopped. And then when all this stuff started coming out, I'm like, yo, I wish I could talk to the brother, whatever. This is my first time hearing Ali Muhammad.
But you know who my partner is. Your wife. Your wife is my partner. Whenever you want something, you tell her to call me and she give it to her. That's my partner.
Got you. And I just want you to know, like, I was wrong. And I respect you wholeheartedly, big bro.
Okay, man, I appreciate that. Okay, we do it. Let's get it done, baby. Let's get it done. Okay. All right, talk to y'all later. I gotta go to my. All right.
Thank man. Appreciate you, Ali.
Who am I, a Panther? Who am I, a Panther? What I got soul. What I got love. What I got pride. What I wanna be free. Reach your hands in the air. You feel like me. Who am I, a Panther? Who am I, a Panther? What I got soul. What I got love. What I got pride. What I wanna be free.
It said that every revolutionary act is an act of love, and this is an act of love. All power to the people. I said the P is for power, the A for action, the NC because now it's time to get it done. See, the H is for heart and the E for effect. The all holding down at the end for respect. Who am I, a Panther? Who am I, a Panther? What I got soul. What I got love. What I got pride. What I wanna be free. Reach your hands in the air. You feel like me. Who am I, a Panther? Who am I, a Panther? What I got soul. What I got love. What I got pride. What I wanna
All right, thank you, AR person. All power to the people. Chairman African, New African Black Panther Party. Welcome to All Power to the People on Grown Folks Talking Network. Express yourself. I am your host, Chairman Africa. Yo, we come here to discuss and find out strategies in which to change the conditions in our community. We tired of being homeless. We tired of being pushed out of our homes. We tired of being exploited. So we try to find ways to organize a community, because there's nobody that's going to save us. We are the only one that can save ourselves. So we come here, we listen to luminaries from the past, our ancestors, and we try to take advice that they left on how we could move. Or even sometimes they didn't even leave the advice. It's just how they see things. Like we're going through the Philadelphia Negro. We are reading through the Philadelphia Negro now. And we are seeing how the class structure was back then, and how those who were in the higher class, like the people that were the middle class, the professionals, how they saw the masses of black people that were still in slavery. That well, they were not still in slavery. They were out of slavery because of the 1890s. But you see how they looked at them. They even called them what they call them, immigrants, because they were coming from down south and they were migrating up north. So the people like the middle class black people saw them as immigrants coming in, taking jobs, the same conditions we're dealing with now. So I'm about to play what is, I think this is chapter 14. Yeah, play chapter 14 of the Philadelphia Negro. We're going to listen to it. I might stop it a few times to give some commentary. All power to the people.
Chapter 14. Pauperism and Alcoholism. Pauperism. Emancipation and pauperism must ever go hand in hand. When a group of persons have been for generations prohibited from self-support and self-initiative in any line, there is bound to be a large number of them who, when thrown upon their own resources, will be found incapable of competing in the race of life. Pennsylvania, from early times when emancipation of slaves in considerable numbers first began, has seen and feared this problem of Negro poverty. The Act of 1726 declared, whereas free Negroes are an idle and slothful people and often prove burdensome to the neighborhood and afford ill example to other Negroes, therefore be it enacted that if any master or mistress shall discharge or set free any Negro, he or she shall enter into reconnaissance with sufficient securities in a sum of 30 pounds to indemnify the county for any charge or encumbrance they may bring upon the same, in case such Negro through sickness or otherwise be rendered incapable of self-support.
Yeah, all power to the people. Even I wanted to stop it then, because they're saying anybody, because most of the things that we go through in society, in our communities, we think is the individual. But as Panthers, we understand that it's not the individual. It is a whole system that's put in place to be able to maintain the rules that have been implemented by those who control society. So listen to what he just said just now. If slaves were freed by their masters, the masters had to pay like 30,000 in pounds. And they understood that nobody would pay that amount of money. I mean, like, that's how laws were used to maintain the status quo. They didn't want slave masters freeing their slaves, so they enacted a law that made sure they didn't do it. They didn't go to their house and say, nah, don't free your slaves. They just said, if you're going to free a slave, you're going to have to pay 30 pounds. And most people are like, man, I'm not paying all this money. That's more than it costs to buy the slave in the first place. But this is how you strategically control the people in that space, or that control that social construct, by putting policies and implementing laws like this. I mean, and I wanted to explain to you, like, when they're saying pauper, you got to understand, because I know we don't talk like that today. We don't use the word pauper. I could barely get the word out. In relationship between pauper, the extremely poor, and the crime class, often referred to as historically as the criminal class, underclass, or lumpen proletariat, has been a subject of social, legal, and historical analysis, particularly in the 19th and early 20th century. During this era, poverty was often criminalized, and the poor were frequently grouped together with criminals, the insane and defective as social burdens. So poor people were grouped together with criminals. Like it was your fault you was poor. I mean, they were seen as less than. Let me keep reading. Criminalization of poverty in the Victorian England and elsewhere, being poor or begging was treated as a crime. They do that now, don't they? You can't go to people's door and ring the doorbell and beg. What do they call that? Panhandling. You could go to jail for that. Criminalizing poverty. With paupers often housed in workhouses designed like prisons, marked by intense surveillance and harsh restrictions, sometimes called bastilles. Look, like the ghettos that we in now. That's where they keep people at. They keep us in them spaces, and they use the police us to make sure we don't get out of our communities. The poor were frequently depicted by the upper and middle classes as a separate, morally degenerate and dangerous race. 19th century studies often grouped criminal, pauper, and defective classes together, assuming a correlation between poverty, crime, and mental or physical inadequacy. This is how poor people have been treated historically here. This is not nothing that I'm making up. Paupers were punished for misconduct in workhouses with measures similar to those in prison, such as reduced rations, confinement, and refusal of privileges. Yo, I'm telling you, man, go to the supermarket and try to buy some food. Try to see how much that food costs. And what's the food we got in our communities? And what they say we got in our community? They say we have food deserts. You see, things change, but they really don't change. It's really still the same. Karl Marx introduced the concept of lumpen proletariat to describe the refuse of all classes, including vagabonds, criminals, and paupers. In classical Marxist analysis, this group was distinct from the working class and was seen as potential tool for reactionary forces rather than revolutionary change. That's what Marx thought. Because like we say we are Marxists. We say we are Marxists, we are Leninists, but we take the study and the education and data that Marx has produced, and we use that data like for capitalism, production, who should have what. Those are good philosophies. Those are good theories. Not philosophy, my bad. Theory is different from a philosophy. Theory, you gotta have evidence to have a theory. But we agree with those theories. But we don't agree that those on the bottom, the lumpen proletariat, who are those? The drug dealers, the prostitutes, the people that are outside trying to find an underground economy to survive under capitalism. We don't see those people as not being valuable, or that we can't organize those people or organize that class of people. As Panthers, we don't believe that. See, we differ from Marx when it comes to that. But you have to understand, when you're listening to Du Bois say pauper, this is what he's talking about. This is how they looked at poor people then and now. They look at poor people, they look at criminals, all these people as separate in society. They look at poor and criminals as interchangeable, as one. That's not a new phenomenon. It is not organic. It was systematically done to be able to oppress those people, to be able to capitalize on those people. See, when you start to understand it, it all makes sense.
The Acts of 1780 and 1788 took pains to provide for Negro paupers in the county where they had legal residence, and many decisions of the courts bear upon this point. About 1820, when the final results of the Act of 1780 were being felt, an act was passed to prevent the increase of pauperism in the Commonwealth. It provided that if a servant was brought into the state over 28 years of age, the age of emancipation, his master was to be liable for his support in case he became a pauper. Thus, we can infer that much pauperism was prevalent among the freedmen during these years, although there are no actual figures on the subject. In 1837, 235 of the 1,673 inmates of the Philadelphia County almshouse were Negroes, or 14% of paupers from 7.4% of the population. These paupers were classed as follows. 10 years later, there were 196 Negro paupers in the almshouse, and those receiving outdoor relief were reported as follows. This practically covers the available statistics of the past. It shows a large amount of pauperism, and yet perhaps not more than could be reasonably be expected. Today, it is very difficult to get any definite idea of the extent of Negro poverty. There is a vast amount of almsgiving in Philadelphia, but much of it is unsystematic, and there is much duplication of work. And at the same time, so meager are the records kept that the real extent of pauperism and its causes are very hard to study. The first available figures are those relating to lodgers at the station houses, i.e. persons without shelter who have applied for and been given lodging. Somewhat similar statistics were furnished by the report of arrests by the vagrant detective for the last 10 years. The Negro vagrants arrested during the last 6 years were thus disposed of. These records give a vague idea of that class of persons just hovering between pauperism and crime: tramps, loafers, defective persons, and unfortunates. A class difficult to deal with because made up of diverse elements. Turning to the true paupers, we have the record of the paupers admitted to the Blockley almshouse during the 6 years. In 1891, 4.2% of the whites admitted were insane, and 2.3% of the Negroes. In 1895, 8.3% of the whites and 8.6% of the Negroes. We have already seen that in the 7th Ward, about 9% of the Negroes can be classed as very poor, needing public assistance in order to live. From this, we may conclude that between 3,000 and 4,000 Negro families in the city may be classed among the semi-pauper class. Thus, it is plain that there is a large number of poverty among the Negro problems. 4% of the population furnish, according to the foregoing statistics, at least 8% of the poverty. Considering the economic difficulties of the Negro, we ought perhaps to expect rather more than less than this. Besides these permanently pauperized families, there is considerable number of persons who from time to time must receive temporary aid, but can usually get on without it. In times of stress, as during the year 1893, this class is very large. There is especial suffering and neglect among the children of this class of people. In the last 10 years, the Children's Aid Society has received the following children. The total receptions during these 10 years have been 1,389, of which the Negroes formed 8%. This but emphasizes the fact of poor family life among the lower classes, which we have spoken of before. A little better light can be thrown on the problem of poverty by a study of concrete cases. For this purpose, 237 families have been selected. They live in the 7th Ward and are composed of those families of Negroes whom the charity organization Society 7th District has aided for at least 2 winters. First, we must notice that this number nearly corresponds with the previously estimated percent of the very poor. Arranging these families according to size, we have the reported causes of poverty, which were in all cases verified by visitors so far as possible, were as follows. From as careful a consideration of these cases as the necessarily meager information of records and visitors permit, it seems fair to say that Negro poverty in the 7th Ward was, in these cases, caused as follows. Of course, this is but a rough estimate. Many of these causes indirectly influence each other. Crime causes sickness and misfortune, lack of employment causes crime, laziness causes lack of work, etc. Several typical families will illustrate the varying conditions encountered. Number 1, South 18th Street, 4 in the family. Husband, intemperate drinker. Wife, decent, but out of work. Number 2, South 10th Street. 5 in the family, widow and children out of work, and had sold the bed to pay for expense of a sick child. Number 3, Dean Street.
And I want you to listen to the condition of the people that he's talking about. He's giving you, like, this is supposed to be an example of the pauper class. Listen to, like, the condition that they're living in. And ask yourself, are these people criminals or are they just poor? And if they're poor, if this is 1896, 1880s, 1890, so there's not enough job for these people. These people just came out of slavery. Most of these people just came out of slavery and they're migrating up north. And we all understand in 2026 how the society was back then. We know for a fact that people were kept out of jobs because of their race. But I want you to listen to the people that he's talking about. And these are the people that they saw as criminals.
A woman paralyzed, partially supported by a colored church. Number 4, Carver Street. Worthy woman deserted by her husband 5 years ago, helped with coal but is paying the charity organization back again. Number 5, Hampton Street. 3 in family, living in 3 rooms with 3 other families. No push and improvident. Number 6, Stockton Street. The woman has just had an operation performed in the hospital and cannot work yet. Number 7, Addison Street. 3 in the family left their work in Virginia through the misrepresentations of an Arch Street Employment Bureau, out of work. Number 8, Richard Street. Laborer injured by falling of a derrick. 5 in the family. His fellow workmen have contributed to his support, but the employers have given nothing. Number 9, Lombard Street. 5 in a family, wife white, living in 1 room, heart cases, rum and lies, pretended 1 child was dead in order to get aid. Number 10, Carver Street. Woman and demented son. She was found very drunk on the street. Plays policy. Number 11, Lombard Street. Worthy.
Plays policy. That means he's playing like the lottery back then. That was the lottery then.
Woman sick with a tumor, given temporary aid. Number 12, Ohio Street. Woman and 2 children deserted by her husband, helped to pay her rent. Number 13, Rodman Street. A widow and child out of work. 1 very little room, clean and orderly. Number 14, Fothergill Street. 2 in the family. The man sick, half crazy and lazy, going to convert Africa and didn't want to cook, given temporary help. Number 15, Lombard Street. An improvident young couple out of work, living in 1 untidy room with nothing to pay rent. Number 16, Lombard Street. A poor widow of a wealthy caterer, cheated out of her property, has since died. Number 17, Ivy Street. A family of 4. Husband was a stevedore, but is sick with asthma, and the wife out of work.
A stevedore. That means you worked like at the ports. And you when you go back then they had ports, they didn't have airplanes. Like it wasn't like now where everybody you go there's airplane, but you worked like at the ports and you loaded the stuff on there. What they call it now, the baggage people. So that's what a stevedore was. So that the person that they're talking about was like a baggage handler today. And they were still poor because baggage handlers today are still poor. They don't make enough. I doubt they make enough. They make like $25, $30 to be able to afford the rent in North New Jersey.
Decent but improvident. Number 18, Nowdene Street. Family of 3. The man who is decent has broken his leg. The wife plays policy. Number 19, South Juniper Street.
Once again, they got the man in the house that was making the money has broken his leg. So what does the wife do to try to make the money up? He says she plays policy. And this is not somebody just talking, giving you their opinions. They're breaking this down because this is the research that they did. They went to number 19th Street. They went to 19th Street on Juniper Street to find out and speak to that person. And they got their account from them. This is not an opinion. These are studies.
Woman and 2 children deserted by her husband and in the last stages of consumption.
Oh.
Number 20, Radcliffe Street.
In the last stages of consumption. I think that consumption, somewhere, let me Google it. Let me Google it for a second. consumption was like cancer. I think consumption is the utilization of, man, you stupid. Yo, look, somebody look up consumption, because I Googled it and I got consumption, like consuming stuff, bringing stuff in. Somebody Google it. Let me know when you get it. But no. Look it up. Don't tell me what I don't want to know what anybody thinks. Look, what's consumption? Like, people used to die from consumption, and he said the last stage. She was in the last stage of consumption.
Family of 3 borrowed of charity.
I found it, African.
$1.
What is it?
It said it's a form of tuberculosis.
It's a form of tuberculosis, yeah. And she was in the last. Yo, thank you so much. Who is that?
Karima.
Hey, that's like you in school. You feel me? You know how to cheat real quick. Nah, but thank you. But that is the last stage of tuberculosis she was in. I mean, well, form of tuberculosis. I mean, so she was sick. She was pretty much sick, and they're looking at her like a criminal, like she doesn't deserve any sympathy. She's not human. These people were not seen as humans. And the whole point of having a society, of having a community, is being able to take care of the people in that society and community, especially if people are paying taxes into that community. Remember, they had the Revolutionary War, because what? No taxes without representation. These people that they're talking about pay taxes. You're not living in the United States of America. You're not living here without paying taxes. They pay taxes, and this is how the society that they pay taxes, and this is how it views them. It's deep. It still goes on to today.
To pay rent and repaid it in 3 weeks. Number 21, Lombard Street. A genteel American white woman married to a colored man. He is at present in the South looking for employment. Have 1 child. Both are respectable. Fothergill Street. Wife deserted him and 2 children. Ran off with a man. He is out of work. Asked aid to send his children to friends. Number 23, Carver Street. Man of 23 came from Virginia for work. Was run over by cars at 45th Street and Baltimore Avenue and lost both legs and right arm. Is dependent on colored friends and wants something to do. Number 24, Helmuth Street. Family of 3, man out of work all winter and wife with 2.5 and 1/2 days work a week. Respectable. Number 25, Richard Street. Widow, niece, and baby. The niece betrayed and deserted. They asked for work.
All power to the people. That's it for this section for this week. But like, listen, you're hearing the boys tell you, and remember, like, the boys was part of that class too. Like, it was a class structure on how they looked at everybody in the community. And if you was poor, if you was destitute, like you got ran over by a car, you lost both your hands, they looked at you as a criminal. They looked like you wasn't even worthy in society. And like when we reading through this book, like that's what I'm seeing, reading through the Philadelphia Negro. Like, this is how they really saw people back then. Like, let's forward to today. What's going on to today? This is in Newark, New Jersey right now. This was a couple of weeks ago they did this story. Look how people are living here.
Newark are pleading for help. They say conditions inside their apartments are unlivable. News 12's Jennifer Porter-Real went to check it out.
Second of the day, yeah, but we don't need.
Aisha Carter, a tenant at the Villa Victoria apartments in Newark, says the conditions inside her home have become too much to handle.
Rat infestation. I have water bugs. I have mold.
She says the situation is taking a toll on her 2 daughters, including one who is autistic.
I feel like my life is being stopped. It's at a standstill because I can't order her medical equipment. It's like I have an extra job and not getting paid for it.
Carter says the situation has gotten out of control.
I don't get any sleep at all because the rats are running through. Sleep at all because the rats are running.
Says the situation.
Look at that. Look at that. You see the droppings? I want you to see the droppings. I was eating. I had to turn my face because it's disgusting seeing those mice on those mouse traps. But this is how people are living. This is how we are living, not just people, because most people are embarrassed to say that they're dealing with the same thing. We lived in Academy Spires on First Street. Forever. We just left like 3 years ago. When my mother came, like that's where my mother moved at. That's where she came from, Africa. She moved to Spires. So like our whole family, everybody, we all grew up on Spires. Yo, it's impossible for somebody to have mice in that building and somebody else next door don't have it. Their whole building is infested. So people try to act like they're better than each other, act like their house don't. Yo, we all had these issues, and you have to live like this, like put the mice strap out, to catch mice. This is the same conditions we were just reading about in the Philadelphia Negro. This is 2026. There's no way in hell anybody should be living like this. But when these people are seen as less than, this is the conditions they allow them to live in. Because there are people that own these buildings. They go to the city and they get the contracts for them to buy these buildings, for them to be the slumlords around here. They make deals with people in the city to have people living like this. And like these things cause diseases. None of this is healthy.
Situation has gotten out of control.
I don't get any sleep at all because the rats are running through the ceilings, they're running through the walls. If I'm sitting on it.
And if you ever lived in the hood, you know them sounds when they're running through the walls, running through the ceiling, them little feet. See, but we all try to act like we don't know. We never been there. We never seen mice before. Nah, my house too clean. Nah, ain't no mice. Man, you lying. You're lying. You're not facing up to what's really going on.
The couch, they're running over your feet. My daughter's on her laptop doing her homework. They're running across her feet.
She says she has been sending complaints to management since 2010, but says nothing has been done.
My soul is crying because all I want is a healthy environment for my babies. It's not even about me.
Carter says she's now left cleaning nonstop and boxing her belongings around the house.
Rat poop everywhere, so every day I'm cleaning. I'm sweeping, I'm mopping, I'm wiping toys off. I'm making sure it's disinfected for the baby.
The city recently issued multiple violations against the landlord, but as of today, she says no repairs have been made.
They issue these violations, but none of them go to jail. They lock our children up for selling weed, for selling coke, for selling whatever outside. But they have people living like this, and you're paying. That's not free. When you're living in this space, yo, we paying like about $2,500 in rent. Your people around here, people are paying to live under these conditions. And the people that are supposed to watch this are the politicians that you give your money to, that we pay taxes for. And the politicians, their paycheck, they say it comes from our taxes that we pay. That's how they get their paychecks. But they don't work for us. Taxes without representation, right? None of these slumlords have been to jail. The mayor did a state of the city the other day, and he named like 3 companies. That's it. He named them. So go ahead and do something and see if they're just going to name you. Go out here and shoot somebody and commit a crime out here. Yo, the mayor's going to go on the thing, on the news, and he's going to tell you if you don't turn yourself in by sundown, they may kill you. Whatever happens to you is your fault. They've done it. Come on the thing, the chief of police, they'll go on there about our children. Turn yourself in. Turn yourself into who? The massa. Turn yourself into massa, the people that's creating these conditions you live under. That's what they say. Turn yourself in.
I don't want to fix anything, but they want our money.
In the meantime, Carter and other tenants who chose not to be on camera say they are left dealing with roaches, mold, and dirty water.
What I told you, chose not to be on camera. You want to hide. You want to hide instead of all of us standing up together to defeat these people, to beat these people. To say like, yo, we ain't giving them our check. Yo, all of us here, we're not paying rent. It's a building with like 40, 50, 60 people living in there. We're not paying rent. All of us. We all going to save our money. We could all save our money, and then you could use that money that you saved from not paying rent for like 6 months. Yo, just imagine, like 6 months, everybody in the building don't pay rent. You could use that money to go buy your own building. And I say 6 months because they got to go through the process to take you to court and all of that. You go through the process with them, go to court. We did it. Yo, I don't know, General Secretary, how long did we hold our rent back for? How long did we hold it?
You said how long we what?
How long did we hold our rent back for? Before we went to court and all of that. How long did we hold our rent back for?
Probably like a few months. I can't.
No, it was more than a few months, but we went to court with them for a minute. Man,
oh, like a year.
Yeah, I think it was like over a year. We ain't paid them nothing. We ain't gonna know. We like, man, in fact, we tried to pay them, but they had sent it back to us, telling us like, since we in court, we're going through proceedings, they couldn't take our money. We was like, word, back. We extended them court days forever. The whole time we stayed there collecting our money. We ain't go spending, we ain't go buy stuff, we ain't go splurge, we ain't go on vacations. We saved the money because we know sooner or later this is going to end and we're going to have to go find a new spot. But we stayed there for free for over a year. You can strategically come at these people. The entire building say we ain't paid nothing. If you got the whole entire building to say you ain't paid nothing, y'all don't even have to move. Let the police come in and make us move then. Go get the police, get the National Guard. If you can organize the whole building, 60 apartments, 60 people, whatever, like it's Spires, it's hella apartments. It's 2 20-floor buildings with like from A to what? M or N apartments, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. I think it's N. I think it's up at N. Anyway, be that as it may. All those apartments, everybody coming together. What was that, 14 apartments I just said? 20 floors? Nobody paid rent. You ain't got to give them nothing. You got to go through the process, right? We got to go through the legal process. We all going to be going to court for a year. But for that whole year, these people not getting nothing. And if all those people are organized, you could all go get your own place. All of you could go get your own place. We got answers. We don't have to deal with what they're doing, with how they're treating us. But if you're listening to people that are part of the system, that work in the system, all they're going to tell you is to vote. All they're going to tell you is they're going to write these people up. They're going to give them summons year after year, generation after generation. None of these people are held accountable.
In Essex County, Jennifer Portoreal, News 12, New Jersey.
Villa Victoria released a statement tonight saying earlier this year, management met with residents and members of the tenant association to hear their concerns and immediately conducted inspections of units and common areas, addressing any issues that were.
That's all they always say. Of course they're going to say that. And they do come meet. They come and meet, and like the people, the politicians that they have in position of power will stage these events, these meetings, where they control the meetings. Now you got to understand, they're getting money from the buildings. So now the people in the buildings are complaining. What do? They go stage a meeting and they act like they're there to serve the community. But the whole time they're working as a buffer between the community and the slumlords. So they'll come and bust you out. They come to your building. They go wherever. And they just rationalize what's going on. And then they'll say they're going to hold them accountable, do things they never do. And who's going to hold the politician accountable? People say vote them out. You bring in another house Negro. You can vote them out all you want. All you're going to get is another Negro in there that's going to do the same thing. And if that Negro don't want to do what they're doing, they're going to get rid of them too. They're going to put rape charges on them. They're going to have some tax stuff. They're going to find something to get rid of that person. Somebody want to say something?
I was going to say that you're absolutely right about that. They got a lot of plants out there, and they basically present themselves like they're not a plant. They present themselves like they're for the people, but low-key, they are in line with the agendas that the oppressors are pushing and promoting. You know what I'm saying? But it's low-key, and they do a real good job of, coloring it up and making it seem something that's palatable to the people. But, we all, people that are conscious of it, we already know that they in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing but evidence to support that for decades among decades of how the system, the government, and politics has been running. So you're absolutely right. Like, as far as I'm concerned, it's a destroy and rebuild mission. It's the only thing that's going to be able to fix the problems that we dealing with nowadays. Because the system don't serve nobody. So we need a total revamp, a total like I said, destroy and rebuild. We need a total reconstruction.
All power to the people. No, you're 100% correct, LC. There's only one thing I got to say to you. Next week when you come back to the show, I want you to have your camera on. When you say what you're saying, I want to be able to cut it up and push it out there. Yo, what up, LC? I want people to hear us. Because, like, it's like we not out here. Like, they act like we not out here, that the ones that's really pushing back, that's conscious, that understand. So, like, I don't care. You don't even need a chain on. You just had that, no shirt on. Just had the chain on, looking like Razor Ramon. And, I'm going to cut that shit up. I'm gonna cut it up, and I'm going to put it out there, man. Because we are the people, yo. We're the people that live here. We live in these communities. We're the ones.
No doubt.
And they LC, they never let you speak. You never go on MSNBC. They'll never call you up and be like, yo, LC, what's going on? So, like, we got to create our own. And like you said, we have to tear it down and build up our own. So, but tearing it down, I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm going to tell everybody a secret. Yo, tearing it down means all you need to do is walk away from it. If we walk away from the institutions and start to build our own, this will crumble. Yo, like, I'm going to give you an example. All these schools in our community that's making millions of dollars off our children will cease to exist if our children start going to those schools. If we take our children and we say we're homeschooling them, or we're going to build another school where our children are going to go to, yo, that's all these public schools in the city, all these teachers, everybody will lose their job. Because what they're sending them $200 million for if there are no students there? Yo, the power is in the people. So that's how you tear that institution down, and then you erect and build your own, and you teach them what you want to teach them. You teach them how to be human beings. You teach them that the most important thing in life is life. There's nothing bigger than life. There's no material object bigger than life. Yo, I saw this fat dude got robbed. He be with Fetty Wap or something. It was all over social media. Everybody was clowning him that he got robbed. Yo, like, it was like 2 days ago. Then he was standing outside with a whole bunch of people. A car rolled up. They pulled out the guns. They put the guns to him, and they took his chain. And people was like, "Yo, why all his mans run?" I mean, like,
I thought that was Gucci Mane that got tagged like that. I seen that though. Yeah, that was crazy. He got caught slipping something serious. I definitely seen that though.
Yo, he got caught slipping, but guess what though? If somebody put up on you with a gun and they say they want your chain, you know what I'm gonna tell you? Get them that chain. Your life is way more important than that chain. Whatever they came to get, yo, give it to them. There is nothing more precious on this planet than life. I'm keeping it a buck with you.
I agree 1,000%. Yeah, no doubt.
But people was on social media clowning them. Like, yo, how you going to get it? How you get it? Man, it is what it is. Yo, I've been robbed. I'm not ashamed to say, man, I had a big chain. I had a globe on it. If anybody that knows me from back in the day, I had a chain with a big globe on it. I mean, this was like during my 20s. Yo, I was downtown. Dude pulled up on me, bro. I mean, like, I looked around. It is what it is.
People talk real tough when, you know, they're not really in a position to face the fire. Like 99% of the people that's on there talking, and probably 100%, because, I mean, I don't know, me, like, I ain't really about talking too much. But 99% of motherfuckers on there, man, like, they talking all that stuff from the safety and the confines of wherever they at, behind the phone, behind the computer, whatever. But if you bring that type of action to them, they gonna buckle and fold up probably quicker than Homeboy did. Like, bro didn't run. He ain't tripped. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fold up. He ain't get on his knees, start begging and pleading. You know what I mean? He gave it up and whatever. But, you know, a lot of people, man, they talk that talk, but they not really about that action. You know what I mean? So I don't be paying none of that attention. Or most of the time I see that type of stuff, I look at it as all cap.
Yeah.
For real.
But we've been socialized to value material things so much. A car, a this, a that. Yo, all that stuff, as long as you have your health, as long as you good, you can always get that stuff back, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, and even in our relationships, the way how we deal with each other. Like, you meet somebody, and the only thing you care about is the material stuff, where they work at, what they do. You're not even worried, or do they respect you? Are they seeking the same thing you're looking for in life? Or are they trying to go the same path? Like, you're not thinking about all of that. All you're looking at is their bank account. And then you end up with that person, and then they abuse you, they beat you, they do whatever they want to do to you because they know you're only there because of their money. They know because they have the money, they can get away with all this stuff. I mean, we have to move away from that. And that's what I mean about building our own institutions, to teach our children what the purpose of life is. I mean, but I showed you that video from Victoria for you to see, for you to understand, like, these conditions we just read about in the Philadelphia Negro still persist. Now, let's move on from there. Now, I was on the show. This is the deputy mayor. This is the #1 morning show in North New Jersey right now. I mean, like, I give it up to these brothers. They're doing a good job. I have a podcast. I do like 4 podcasts, 4 shows during the week. You see, but what we do, all this talking, going back to Africa, Black Power shit, the mass of the people are not even ready for that. So mass of the people are not coming here. But the space that they consume, they're neutral. So everybody will come to their space, and that's what makes them rich. Word up, because now these people go here, like I told you, that's the deputy mayor. You see, he got on the Muslim stuff because they think in their mind, if they dress up like that, they act like they're Muslim, that makes them like legitimate. So they put on the costume and he comes up there. But I want you to hear the conversation and listen to what he say. I'm about to start it. First, it's going to start with me. I mean, but listen to this.
Next caller.
Hey, all power to the people. How you guys doing?
We good, man. We good. Blessed and highly favored. How you, brother?
I'm good, man. Hey, I'm the chairman of the Black Panther Party of New Jersey. And basically what we do.
Pardon, who did Africa?
Yeah, this Africa.
Oh, peace, Africa, peace.
Peace. Hey, before I even go on, hey, you guys got the #1 interview of the year so far going right now. Hey, for sure, y'all doing big things up here.
Thank you,
that
brother.
That interview that y'all did is going to go everywhere. Everybody's going to study it. I'm talking about with Mitten. I mean, that was a dope interview. But anyway,
thank you, brother.
As Panthers, we're socialists. What socialism means is we care about everybody around us in the community. We want everybody to eat. We want everybody to share in the productivity of the community. That's what a socialist is. Capitalists believe they need to profit off the people in the community. They have to take the profit and they have to make it private. Individual people should own the profit. Like, what do I mean by that?
Pause. Hey, right now, go in the group chat. If you agree with what I said, the definitions I just gave, you'll put a 1 in there if you agree. Because we're going to get to a point where we're going to see, like, if we agree with Rahman Muhammad. I'm going to keep going.
We're in the hood right now. We can't afford nowhere to stay. The rents are too high. They're doubling the rent, and people are suffering out here. North is leading the country in gentrification. And this is not what Africa is saying. You could go to the clown report that was done by Rutgers University and go check it out. They're going to tell you exactly what I just said. North is leading the country in gentrification. If North is leading the country in gentrification, people can't afford a place to stay. There's somebody that's at fault for that. That means those people are no longer here in North no more. Because if you lose your home, you're not in North no more. You have to find somewhere else to stay. 70% of the homes in North are owned by corporations. So that means only 30% of the people in North own a home. So that means there is no community. The city is transient. People come in, people move, people leave out. You cannot build no community here. Somebody did that. Somebody gave these contracts and allowed these slumlords to do what they're doing. How many slumlords have been to jail? We know people. We know people in North that have been to jail, that get locked up for weed, that get locked up for crack. How many slumlords been locked up for not having heat, for not having hot water, for having mice running all around the place? None of them have been to jail. But our children keep going to jail. Who are the people eating in the city? You guys are sitting up there, y'all giving this interview. I know y'all not living in mansions. I know y'all not doing it big. I know your family members is struggling like all of us out here.
Oh, yeah.
They just said the unemployment rate is 6.8%. We live in North. We outside. Ain't no way in hell the unemployment rate is 6.8%. But when you cook the books, you can have 6.8%. Now, how do they cook the books? Anybody that's not on unemployment, they don't consider you as unemployed. If they're not getting an unemployment check, you're not considered as unemployed. How many people we know in North that don't get unemployment checks? They're all walking around with no jobs. And even the people that get jobs, like he said that if you go to the port, you get a job for $19 an hour. You cannot afford to live in North making $19 an hour. These jobs that they're talking about that are out here for people to go get, you cannot make enough to pay for food, to take care of family, and afford housing. This is not something that Africa's saying. Now notice, I didn't call nobody no liar. I didn't call nobody no fraud. I didn't call nobody no thief. Because as Panthers, we have to study the community and see what the people are suffering from. And then we have to try to provide those things by creating programs. That's why we have the food program. We feed people for free. We have the housing program. We put people back into their homes when they get kicked out by these slumlords. And we send the paperwork to City Hall. And City Hall turns around and calls the building and tells the building, the people that are complaining. And they use their lawyers from New York to throw those people out the building and make them homeless. This is stuff that we've been dealing with, we've been going through. So it's like nobody's making up nothing. Yo, I'm not a Republican. I didn't take the COVID shot. I would never take anything this government tell me to take. Our enemy as Panthers is the United States government. These people that collect checks from the government work for that government. That killed Fred Hampton, that killed Malcolm X, that killed Dr. King. These people work for that government. So whatever they tell us is to justify what these governments is doing. That's what Pantherism is. That's what U.P. Newton, Bobby Steele told the people. And if these people won't do nothing for us, we have to do it ourselves. So that's why you don't see me at City Hall. You don't see me at the events that they have, because it's pointless talking to people that work for our oppressors. We are not free. Y'all could ask them that when I get off the phone. Y'all could ask them if black people are free in America. If we are free, if we determine our future. Because like you could go into the public schools right now. The schools don't teach our kids how to read. You know, there's some study. You go tap into North. They did a study. The children are reading at 3%, doing math at a 6% level. Where are these children going? And remember, we have local control. We have local control. The mayor has a team on the school board. The mayor has a team at the council. We control everything in North. There's no white man here oppressing our people. We have black people in power. And why are we still suffering? Because these people are working for the enemy. It's really that simple. And everything they tell you, if you check into the numbers, you will see it's a lie. I'm gonna leave on this one. They said they were giving out houses for $1. How many people in North got houses for $1? All power to the people, y'all.
All power.
Thank you, Afrika. All right, thank you, Afrika. Appreciate that.
Well, I don't agree with nothing he said.
He don't agree with nothing I say. He doesn't agree with nothing. He didn't say like one thing, two things, like this, that. He don't agree with nothing. He don't agree with socialism is. He don't agree with what capitalism is. He don't agree with nothing. Nothing. So let's hear the rest of what he's about to say. Because that's why I told you to put a 1 in there if you agree. Because according to him, he's the deputy mayor in the city. He's being paid by our tax dollars. He's saying on that platform, he doesn't agree with nothing I'll say. So
you were speaking up too, bro. How you don't agree with that is kind of crazy. Like my Twitter fingers was getting tired from all the ones I was putting in the chat. I ain't gonna lie, real rap. But you did that. That right there just goes to show what side of the equation he's on.
No, you are 100% correct. Now listen to what he's about to say. Now I want you to remember again. This is the deputy mayor in the city. One of the most powerful positions in the whole city. Now, I want you to hear what is coming out of his mouth. First, he said he don't agree with what I'm saying. Listen to what he got to say next.
I'm not a socialist. I am definitely a capitalist.
He's not a socialist. He's a capitalist. So he's already telling you his political philosophy, where it's at. So that's why he doesn't agree with anything I say. But you understand what capitalism means. So if we present it to the people, we in court in front of the people, and he's sitting over there, I'm sitting over here, and he said he's a capitalist. So basically capitalism is privatization of everything by those who got the money. And I'm sitting over here, and I'm like, yo, all of us, we get to eat. We get to break bread. What's going on? Who do you think the people going to side with? We all know where the people going to go. But that's why they don't allow us, LC, on those platforms. That's why we can't go on. And I'm telling Zay and them, yo, that is why their platform is so important, and it will be the biggest in the hood. It will be the biggest platform in the country if they continue to function like this. Because most of the places that they go, they screen the people that call in. They do not allow people from the community to call in. It is screened. It is their people that call in, sucking off on them, telling them how good they're doing. But here, Zay and them got allowing the community to call in and speak. Both sides. I ain't let the other side speak on my show. They're not speaking yet. I don't do that.
No doubt. But nah, I respect they model though. I you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a voice, so it leaves the audiences, gives them an opportunity to you know, draw their own conclusions and shit like that. They're not presenting a one-sided, you know what I'm saying, argument, or they just, you know, looking at things from one perspective. They trying to present a balanced perspective, and I could respect that. And I definitely respect, if it was me, I have my own podcast, my own program, they wouldn't have no voice on my platform either. Whole fact.
Word up. Hey, yo, but I respect this, and I'm telling y'all, Zay, your real talk, don't take no money from these people that try to buy y'all out. Y'all gonna get more money serving the people, because I'm already down. I'm gonna give y'all an idea, Big Zay. Hey, yo, do something where the community can support the program monthly, whether it be $5, whether it be $7, whether it be $1. You'll put that out into the community. Yeah, I would support you. I would subscribe, and I would pay as a North resident. I mean, for that space to be open to all of us. So, Big Zay, all of you up there, you'll get that out, because I'm telling you, I would support. I would put in 350,000 people in North, baby. If you get a little bit of bread from everybody, you don't need these people.
And I would say to you that probably 90% of the people in the city capital.
Yeah, this buffoon, he said 90% of the people in North New Jersey are capitalists. Hey, somebody look up there what it takes to be a capitalist, because you got to own industry. So somebody else Google it. I could Google it myself, but somebody Google what it means to be a capitalist. Bruh, the people in North are making $25,000 to $30,000 a year. It's impossible for them to be capitalists. For you to be a capitalist, you have to be able to own and control industry.
The majority of the people are contributors to the system of capitalism, but they aren't capitalists themselves.
Exactly. And this dude is up there. But remember, this is the deputy mayor, one of the most powerful people in the city. If you're ran by buffoons like this, how is anything going to be successful? How are we going to eat? How are we going to be good? How are children going to know how to read? When you listen to people like this, you understand why our children are reading at a 6%, doing math at a 5%, whatever. You could change them numbers. You understand why our education system is like this, because he's a complete buffoon. But this is just the beginning. Listen to the rest of what bruh say.
You know what I'm saying? I don't agree that every Norca's not working, that every Norca is struggling. Yes, do we have? I got family members that's struggling in the city of North. But we was born and raised in the city. Like, I'm trying to understand what we're talking about. Like, we put down Norcas, but we say we help them. Like, no Norca can do anything for themselves.
See, I'm not on the call now. So he said we put down Norcas. What Norcas did I put down? Because now you're moving the goalposts. I didn't put no Norcas down. I said we catching hell here. We catching hell, and the people that we paying our taxes to are not taking care of no residents. They put no Norca down. But this is all how they move the goalposts and try to lie and justify their behavior.
I mean that we struggling, yes. Do we want more? Of course we want more. Like, I mean, anybody would want more. But you have to do something to prepare yourself. There has to be accountability in wanting more, too.
Once again, there has to be an accountability on wanting more. So whose fault is it? The people's fault. We have to want more. We don't want more. Just like we just read in Du Bois, that it was the people's fault. Damn slavery. Damn the racism in 1896. Damn all of that. It is the individual's fault because they don't want to be held accountable. So now it's pushing the accountability to the people. Let me tell you something, man. Hey, look, the reason why we have schools is to educate the people, to prepare them for the future. If you are in charge of institutions that are there to educate the people and prepare them for the future, and those institutions have been failing for decades, for years, and they've been producing failure, how can you point at the people that they produce and say it is their fault that they find themselves in the condition that they're in? Yo, you bugging. Because even, like, let's say you say it all starts at home. Those parents at home were educated by you. They went through those same institutions. They were failed by the system. So now you're saying those people that you failed, it is their fault for them to fix what you failed. Even though we're paying you 6 figures for you to maintain these institutions. Yo, it makes absolutely no sense. You see, but they're used to being on platforms where they can say stuff like that and nobody challenges them. Nobody says anything to them. And often when they go into spaces, they don't even have to talk about that. Because whoever's talking to them, they already got it scripted. They just talk about what they want to talk about. I made them talk about this. I pushed them into this corner. And he over there floundering like a catfish out of water.
You have to do what's necessary to prepare. So I don't believe in a system. I don't want to live in a system that we don't have laws and that the government just take care of me.
Who told you we want to live in a system without laws, with the government? I have never said government take care of us. I have never said, man, F the government, man. Because, look, we had a meeting. There was a meeting. I can't curse here no more. We can't use profanity here. There was a big meeting. The general secretary got on me. Like, I'm the chairman, but I'm not all powerful. The general secretary said no more profanity on here. So, yeah. So I'm going to watch myself and what I say. Yo, Rockman is bugging. Nobody ever said the government should take care of us.
I don't even know how he equates. I don't even understand. I mean, well, that's just the whole psychological mind, you know, the finesse, kind of like the deviation. It's kind of like a decoy, because there's no way a logical person can align or equate being a capitalist or not being a capitalist with being someone who wants the government to support them or being a welfare, whatever, however. Like, that's just a crazy argument. And my apologies for using profanity. My apologies for using profanity earlier. I ain't even mean to. I ain't know it was like that. My bad.
Listen, who make those arguments though? Who makes those arguments that being a communist or a socialist means you don't want people to work? You ever heard somebody make that argument before?
Only the ones that's pro-capitalism, only the ones that's benefiting and profiting off of capitalism, they the only type.
Republicans are the only ones that Republicans and reactionaries are the only ones that ever make those arguments. But this is supposed to be a black guy. You see him with his kufi on, you see him with the outfit on, that he's supposed to be so pro-black. He's so pro-black, he's Arab now. I mean, but he's the one, he's making the arguments of the Republicans. Yo, but you see this, and when you say socialism, when you say Marxism, they say like you don't want people to work. You don't want to be free. No, we're saying we don't want somebody to come in and buy up everything. We got to pay them rent, and we got to pay them, and they control our lives. We don't want people that's coming in from somewhere else educating our children. Yo, that's what socialism means. And communism means we don't want them keeping all the money. We want to spread the money amongst us.
All of the people have a right to live with dignity, man.
Exactly.
A Muslim capitalist, she's saying. Like, what does that mean? Like, every Muslim I know is capitalist. Go to the corner stores. Those not capitalists? Go to the chicken store where you go buy your chicken from. You buy chicken.
You see, like, look, if all of this is all argument, because you have some Muslims in America or wherever that are capitalists, that's not describing all Muslims, bro. That is not describing all Muslims. And even the Muslims that you see here, they're different kinds of Muslims. But this is like all his argument is to justify capitalism. That's all he's there for. That's his whole purpose. So he's not listening to nothing else. He don't believe in ideological struggle. His only purpose there is to justify what he supports, what pays him. That's why I say I will never talk to him. There's nothing to talk to him about. There's nothing for me to bring him to this space to talk about because he's not being real. The only thing he's going to do is justify what he already believes. In other words, he's not coming in good faith. So I'm not beat.
People behind them say, oh, they Muslim. They more Muslim than me. They come from Arab, from the Middle East. Them people capitalists. The people that sell oil, they capitalists. Have you been to Dubai?
What is Dubai? Dubai is not an original nation in the Gulf Coast, in the coast. Yo, all those countries were put there by imperialists. Dubai is in the desert and it's maintained by imperialists around the world. The people in Dubai that live in Dubai, those are capitalists. I mean, it's not a civilization that's been there hundreds of years. This is a gas station that the Western countries put there to steal gas out of them country. I mean, out of that continent. They put these countries, Dubai, what's the other one? The Emirates, all kinds of different, Qatar, all these different little small gas stations that they put there and gave them a flag.
That's the Epstein class other island that nobody talks about.
Exactly. The Epstein's class other island. This is where they go. And these rich people go there and exploit the poor people from all around the world. They bring them there to work for nothing, to serve them. I mean, but he's too stupid to even understand.
Ramin Muhammad is one of those people that run around talking about we have the African sold black people to slavery and stuff when it was his class of people that did it.
His class of people, and then he doesn't even know. He probably doesn't even know that Arabs sold black people too.
Yeah, big facts, bro. Big facts. That's not talked about enough, man. The Arabs were very involved in the slave trade as well once upon a time. Not just the Jewish people, but the Arabs too. You know what I'm saying? They were very, very much deeply entrenched in it.
And guess what? They brought it back in Libya. They selling people in Libya now.
I ain't even surprised. That's crazy. Ever since Obama did what he did with Gaddafi, you know, Libya has been doing terrible. Terrible.
They got open slave markets out there now. Since another Democrat. Yeah, Obama black. But
Obama is a war criminal, but people like Mohammed, Rod Baraka will fucking have Obama all up.
Hey, General Secretary, let me tell you something. You can tell me I can't curse and you come here and curse.
Oh, I'm so sorry. These people make you curse. It's not our fault. They make you curse.
You heard her.
No, it's all about it's the love and the passion for the people, man, and the movement. So I don't take no offense to it, but I understand the necessity for the I guess you would call it rule or whatever. So no doubt, it's all good.
Yo, let Rockmouth finish up.
I mean, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? At the end of the day, most of the people in this city is what you call a capitalist.
No.
And I don't agree that every resident is just this resident that can't do nothing with themselves. I don't believe that. In every society, you're going to have those that do well, and some do okay, and some struggling. In every society that exists. That doesn't change under the social thing. Look at Cuba. That's a socialist country. I don't want to live in a land like that. Like, that makes no sense. So I don't agree with nothing what this brother said. Nothing. And here's a brother, he said he ain't insulting, but the other day he just wrote on my thing, I don't talk to you. You a sellout. I'm not.
Boom. Yo, you heard him, Freudian slip. He said, this is a brother that just said, I don't talk to you. I don't talk to you. I just told everybody here, I don't talk to you. You a book-licking sellout. I have nothing to say to you. So he said, I went to his page, and I called him a sellout. Let me bring it back a little bit. These are pathological lies. I would never go to your page to say what to you, bro? We done. Like, there's nothing for me to say to you. Listen, don't make it.
Nothing. And here's a brother, he said he ain't insulting, but the other day he just wrote on my thing, I don't talk to you. You a sellout.
Yo, look, man, I don't know. I hope y'all can see this. Hey, General Secretary, where's my hand at? Can y'all see this? Can y'all see the screen?
Yes, we see the screen.
Can you read it?
It says when you have to AI fake Newark residents in your overused AI campaign videos, you already lost with the people. But you have no worries. Slumlords, slush funds got you.
You see that page? What page is that on?
This is on page My eye.
Who page is it?
I can't really see the page. It's blurry when I
No,
zoom in.
who page is my eye?
Yours.
My eye is my page. He said I came on his page and I said something. So that's my page. He comes on and comment right here. He comes on my page. Rahman Muhammad. Y'all see him right there? He's the second person right there. I'm gonna read.
Yeah, I see him.
I'm gonna read what he said. So he comes on my page. He said I went to his page. He came to my page, and I'm about to read you what he wrote. He said the hate runs deep in this one. All I did was put a post up, or what we did, because I don't control the Facebook page. Somebody in our organization put the post up about people having fake videos, AI videos. So he come to my page because he do fake AI videos. Because I mean, what you call it? A hate dog will holler, something like that, whatever the saying goes. So he said the hate runs deep in this one. LOL. So I came back. I don't speak to you in real life. You not welcome here either. After you read this, I will delete you. I will delete what you commented. No more normalizing sellouts. You see, I don't normalize sellouts. This is my page. He just sat here in front of the whole city and lied. I'm not going to your page, bro. What am I going to your page to talk to you about? We have nothing to talk about. You just said it. You don't believe nothing I believe. So what am I talking to you for? What are we cool for? What are we conversating for? We not cool. Let me bring this back a little bit so I can let him finish on this conversation. But I wanted to show y'all in real time, and I'm happy I didn't delete it. Usually, I go back and I delete what they wrote.
Gotta keep them receipts, bro. Gotta keep them receipts.
Yo, but it's like, but look though, LC, it's like I want to separate from these people, man. I don't want nothing to do with them. I don't want them nowhere in my life because I feel like if they're close to me, they will tarnish me. So like whenever they come on my page to comment to say anything, I delete that thing. But you're right, I'm gonna start keeping it because this was important for me to keep this right here because he thought I deleted it because I told him I was going to delete it. So he's
on a platform that's speaking to the people in the public, right? And then he's making a claim that if you didn't have the receipt, you wouldn't even be able to counter. So it's important to keep that type of stuff. And you're right, I totally understand. Like, y'all be over there, I'm over here. I'm not even going to study or stress, or not even going to have y'all in my aura or my circumference. But for that right there, it's a good thing you kept that. Real facts.
I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna be deleting. I've been deleting this people's stuff off my page forever. I'm gonna start leaving it on there so people can see. It's gonna be like history. I'm gonna leave it there for history. But I'm telling you, this guy's the worst.
Brother, he said he ain't insulting, but the other day he just wrote on my thing, I don't talk to you. You a sellout. I'm not dealing with the sellouts. Come on, folks. I don't agree with nothing that brother just said. Nothing that brother just said. That's his opinion. Listen, we feed the city. What makes him feeding better than what the city does?
I'm gonna tell you what makes our feeding better than what the city does. Hey, you go get food that people really don't want from these stores, from these companies like HelloFresh. They come and they bring the food to the government. They give it to you because you get money from them, because they pay for your campaigns. So they give you this food to act like they're doing charity in the community. And then you take the food and you got people that work for y'all that y'all send out there to go give the food out. We use our own money. We go work all day like you work. And then we come back. We have meetings amongst ourselves. And then we use our own money to go out and go get food and come into the communities and find the people that are hungry. And we take the food to their house. We don't parade it in the middle of the street because they'll be in the middle of the street. They'll find the street. They'll block off the whole street because they want the whole world to know that this is what they're doing in the community. We tell people, hit our inbox. If you ain't got no food, if you're short this week, hit the inbox. We're going to bring a box of food to you. This is how we move. And then when we bring the food, it's not charity. We bringing the food to you to try to reach you, to organize you, to let you know you're not in this alone. You're not by yourself. Don't feel like it's your fault. And none of this is your fault. There are people responsible for this, and if you want to change this, we can work together to change it. But if we don't bring that person the food, if we don't bring these programs to the people, we're never going to talk to them. Don't nobody want to hear all this back to Africa shit with nothing? Just talking all day, but you don't show nothing. You don't show the people nothing. They can't eat nothing. When I was in prison, I remember dude was like, man, I don't want no lettuce. You can't eat them. He's like, you cannot eat lettuce. So he don't want nobody to write him no letter. Man, send me some commissary. I need some commissary. I need to buy food. Yo, when you go to the people, you have to have something tangible for them, something that they need. Then they're going to start listening to you because they see you can help them make their lives better. So I just answered your question about what makes your food and our food different. Let me go again. And our food is food people really want to eat.
Wednesday, the city of Newark has boxes of food that they give out free all throughout the city.
The city got boxes of food that they got from these corporations that they didn't pay for.
What makes what he does in the Panther, and good job, Africa. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm glad you're speaking to me now. You know what I'm saying? Good job. You know that's.
I'm not speaking to you. Y'all saw me speak. I didn't say not one word to him. Bro, you're beneath me. You're worse than a roach, bro. There's nothing for me to say to you. We're not on the same level. And I'm talking like this, so I don't want people to think that I think I'm better than other people. Yo, my daily life, every day of my life, we have an after-school program that we offer to the community because child care is so expensive. We offer this after-school program for free. I pick up the kids. I drop them off at school. I work with them in the gym. I clean their nose. I tie their sneakers. Yo, whatever these kids want. You know, when the kid come in the car, it's early in the morning. The first kid I used to pick up was Caden. I used to be like, good morning, Master Caden. When he come in the car, I'm coming to pick him up. I want him to feel like he has somebody coming, a driver coming to pick him up. I want him to feel proud of himself. No matter what conditions are in your house, whatever you're dealing with, when he got to that car every single morning, good morning, Master Caden. He's like, Africa, stop calling me Master Caden. I was like, I'm going to call you Master Caden. I don't care, Master Caden. And like, we would laugh and stuff. We would play on the way to school. And he's going to school laughing, smiling. And then I'm talking to him about the purpose for going to school. That we need astronauts. We need engineers. We need people like him because he's the future. Every single morning. That's why we do what we're doing. You are not like us. You are not like me. And when people, they be on social media, they be like, yeah, we do the same thing y'all do. No, you don't. You do nonprofit work that you get paid for. You're not doing nothing that you dedicate your life to. We are two different people, bro.
We also, kudos to you, brother, for finding another way to help North residents that's struggling. Kudos to you. I'm not opposed to that. Good. And if you're helping people find their apartments and get back in them, good job, brother. We need more of that in the community. But that don't mean, folks, that we're not supposed to progress as a city and try to get as many of us inspired to also want to do that. I can't, man, I was raised on welfare.
All the troops.
It was 11 of us. 13 when you add my mother and father. 11 kids. Yeah. 2 adults. 13 of us. My father was a hustler. Sultan Muhammad was a hustler. That's where I get my hustle ability from. He was a hustler. I ain't been broke since I left my home at 16 years old. I found the way to...
Your father wouldn't even, he wouldn't even say you his son, wherever he at. I'm sure he's disgusted by you. If you got your hustle from your father was a pig. Your father was a snitch because you work for the federal government. I mean, you got your hustle from him? That's what he taught you, bro?
To make it rather it was a bad way or a good way, I found the way. My father we used to go to the farms and get bananas and fruit and go to Harlem with a U-Haul truck and be in Harlem in an empty lot selling bananas. He had icy trucks. We used to push up to Westside Park, go get the ice from down on the South Ward from the ice house and push him up to Westside Park and sell ices with the little shirt bottle. He opened a co-op on West Kenny Street.
Chairman.
Like, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Where did he get the money to start doing all of that? It didn't drop out the sky.
If it was, I would drop.
That's a good question.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah. I was just saying that's an amazing question. That's a good question. I'd love to know where the capital came for that too. The capital.
You right.
Yeah, brother, we cannot just say that nobody in Newark, because they're Newarkers, they can't survive or be successful. No, I don't want the government taking care of us. That's not freedom.
Right.
Freedom is being able to provide for yourself. when my family was when my mother was waiting for a check, my mother used to meet the mailman. They used to go up to the on Irving Turner Boulevard waiting for the mailman. Waiting for the mailman, because back then you got the check. You didn't have the call. Back then you got the check. They used to go up there and wait for the mailman to bring the welfare check to us. You think you call that freedom? That ain't freedom for my family.
Right.
We want freedom. We want to be able to take care of ourselves, provide for ourselves. That's freedom. That's what Elijah taught. That's what Farrakhan said. In the Muslim community, that's what it's
Chairman. He's talking about freedom, people like getting wealthy. The majority of people in Newark are on public assistance. And you're basically telling us, you talking shit about us. What the fuck you mean? You don't think we want freedom too? You think we want to be on public assistance?
You're going to keep using the profanity.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to stop talking. I'm done for the show.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, this show is different. That's why they got to understand. Nah, this show elicits real feelings that we all have. All this stuff that we have piled up in us. I mean, but let me let them finish up.
Listen, talking about, man. Stop trying to pretend like because your organization is somehow better than what somebody else is doing.
Did I say our organization was better than what anybody else is doing?
Nah, he in his feelings.
Yeah, he never answered the question. He never answered if we are all free. Are we all free as black people? Are we all free? Are we free?
We all can't be free in a capitalistic society because capitalism depends on hands. It depends on bodies. So we're all always going to be slaves to the system of capitalism. So you can never be free in the system of capitalism. Like that's totally delirious. Everybody is not going to be a boss. Everybody's not going to be a mogul or a business owner in a capitalistic society. Capitalism would not exist. Where would you get the resources and the bodies to put in the work? That doesn't make no sense at all. No logical, practical sense whatsoever. But that's just that's the decoy he's trying to do. He's trying to run a little 52 fake out.
Hey, LC, you live in North?
I live in the Bronx, brother.
No, that's cool. That's cool. The Bronx, North is the same thing. But I don't know if they got the dollar houses out there, but in North, they ran a scheme to the people in North because everybody was losing their homes. So the city hall said, come down to City Hall. We got dollar homes. We're going to be giving away dollar homes. So I asked them, I said, when I get off, I asked him who got the dollar homes. He never talked about the dollar homes. I asked him to speak about it. We are free. I told him to ask him that. He never spoke if we are free. These are all ways, like you said, of 52 fake out. Don't answer the questions. Change the goalposts and make your own conversation. Right here, he's the deputy mayor. This guy is Mehdi Baraka. He's the chief of staff of the mayor. So he's like the number 2 in the city. Now listen to what he thinks about the people in the community.
Any community that you go in, let's take Maplewood, for example, right? The people in Maplewood have block associations.
Who the hell is this on my goddamn phone, little motherfucker?
That ain't me. They have block associations and different community groups and people that actually care about their community. The mentality of some, not everybody, but a lot of folks, they just don't care about our city and the cleanliness. They throw stuff on the ground and they don't pick.
Now, this is the mayor. He said, we don't care about our city. He's talking about the residents, the taxpayers, the people that pay him. Remember, I said the people that live in North, just like in the Bronx, probably make like 25 to, I say 35,000 a year, from 25 to 35. That's how much the people in North make. Now, the Maplewood, he just said Maplewood, the people in Maplewood, New Jersey is an affluent community with a high median household income, recently estimated between $167,428 and $173,500. The average annual household income is approximately $197,420, driven by largely professional upper middle class population. So now he's equating what's going on in North New Jersey, a city that they control. He's equating what happened with 25 to 35,000 people and what 173 to whatever they're making out there. Like, this is the games they play. You know why they have communities out there? These people are making enough money to have somebody at home watching their kids. They're making enough money to hold the politicians accountable. They're smart enough. They're intellectually capable enough to understand that the snow is supposed to be cleaned in front of their house, and that the city shouldn't be blaming them because they didn't clean the snow, and they what you call it? They brought a tow truck, a truck in that came in and buried their cars. You see, they don't deal with stuff like that in their communities because they make enough to make sure they hold you accountable. In fact, those where the capitalists probably live at. If you want to go find a capitalist, go over there. Where they're making over 500,000, $1 million a year. You may find some capitalists dead, and they're probably capitalizing on Newark. But you're telling us that their communities, their suburban communities, is what we should model, even though you're the one in position of power and in control. So now it's our fault that you didn't clean the streets. It's our fault that you don't pay the sanitation workers. We should bring the comrade from sanitation to come tell everybody here how they're suffering down in sanitation. Your people have been working there for a year. They can't make them permanent. They still got them on prison contracts because they got them when they was in the halfway house. They came in there, they're paying them pennies to exploit them, to use them in the city, paying them like $12, $13 an hour. You can't afford nothing. And then after they come out the halfway house, they still paying them this amount, and they refuse to make them permanent. So they have no insurance. They have nothing. This is how you produce poverty. This is how you systematically produce poverty, because you know these people are suffering. They're looking for a leg up. They're looking for anything to climb. So even if they got to work 3, 4 jobs, they will take those jobs. And then these same black people that look like us, black, Spanish, whatever, gay, straight, handicapped, whenever they get inside that building, the city hall, they all behave the same way because they understand they're in Massa house. They have to do what Massa want. So they blame the people. Go ahead, finish talking, man.
Pick it up. Some folks don't even clean in front of their house, and they want us to clean it up.
What I'm going to clean for? I paid $2,500 for rent. Huh? I was just about to curse just now. I'm paying $2,500 for rent. I ain't got no hot water. I ain't got no heat. I got mice. And you want me to go outside and clean up in front of somebody else's property? You must be smoking crack. Man, this thing will fall apart. I don't care. Yo, I remember when we first moved into the building we moved into now. I saw the hallway, and it's supposed to be white, but it's dirty. So I'm like, yo, I'm about to get I'm going to get some paint, and I'm going to paint this. Then I told myself, paint it for what? You paid $2,500 for rent. What are you going to go get paint to come paint this for? I mean, what's wrong with you? You sound crazy. But I wanted to live in a nice place, somewhere where I'm comfortable, and I walk and I'm comfortable. But like, my pocketbook told me, no, don't go get the paint. So I ain't never paid it. It's still the same way. Man, if I see a candy wrapper, I see anything on the floor, I'm stepping right past it because this is not my home. Man, I could take my phone around. I will pick up this whole computer. There are no pictures in this house. We don't have no pictures up because we don't expect to be here for long. We just be stuck here. This is not a home. We just here, bro. Because ain't no way in hell we're paying this much money. Yo, like, we had to fight with this dude for heat. The person that owned it where we live at, he live in New York somewhere. He don't even live in Newark, New Jersey. We had to fight this dude for heat for a couple of months. And then when we got the heat, it was too hot. We had to, like, we in here burning up. So it's like, you can't get no nothing around here, man. It's like you just all over the place. I mean, like,
it's ridiculous. It's a mind state that I think that needs to change in our city. We need to love our city. You may not like me. You may not like my brother, but you got to love Newark. And the love Newark culture is what we trying to push.
Yo, see, like, when they say love Newark to me is the people in Newark. It's the people I grew up with. It's the family members, the people in my community. That's who I love. That's who Newark is. Yo, Newark is not your business ventures. These people, these slumlords that you're selling these buildings to, these businesses downtown Newark that you want to please, that is not Newark. They are not Newark at all. General Secretary, you want to say something?
Yeah, just to pick back on the apartment slumlord situation. I remember when I got my apartment expired. It was in 2001, my first apartment ever, and I paid my deposit. They gave me the keys. I moved in. The apartment is disgusting. They did not even clean it. The bathroom tub is filled with dirt. So I called the people. I'm like, yeah, the y'all need to come clean this apartment. The bathroom, I can't even take a shower. She was like, why don't you just clean it? I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm not cleaning it. I just paid you my deposit, my first month's rent, everything. Why would I come and clean an apartment that I'm just moving into? And they, of course, after I yelled at them, like, you gotta, like, I be trying not to curse, but these people bring it out of you. You have to act like a nigga to get something done. But they really expected me to move into a dirty apartment.
They did. They really did.
That's crazy.
Up north culture is what needs to happen. Go ahead, LC. Go ahead, LC.
Nah, I was just saying that's crazy. I don't even understand that expectation for someone being all right with moving into a new living space that, you know, y'all are marketing, trying to get somebody's money locked into a contract, lease and all that to rent, and you don't even have the thing presentable. That's unheard of. That just blows my mind. But it just goes to show, I guess, the level of regard they have for the people in the neighborhood who they think that they're going to be renting out to even try to get over with something like that. That type of thing wouldn't get over in certain communities or in certain buildings. So that's wild.
And LC, because they know nobody's going to hold them accountable. They know the city's not going to take away their tax abatements. They know the city's not going to do nothing to them. So they talk to the people that way, man. These people are sociopaths. And then they'll come on this platform, they'll come out here and they act like they're really fighting for the people.
Happen in this community, because not only are we responsible for picking up the garbage, but the people in their own neighborhood got to clean up too. It's a collaborative effort.
It's true.
Man, he think he did something. It's a collaborative effort. What are you talking about? Oh, I think this is a call where somebody from the community calls in. Well, I said this show is so powerful. Listen to what happened when this sister called in from the community.
What's your question? Where you from?
Hello, Lisa Parker.
Good afternoon, Ms. Parker.
I'm a district leader and an advocate, and I've been coming to the council meeting since the days of Georgia.
Look at Steve. He know he about to get it because he know who she is. She's been advocating in the community. Look at him. Like, these people, you can read these people like a book. Look at him. He leaning up. He wiping his pants. He like, oh, man, how I'm going to handle this one. Yeah.
And I think it's a little disingenuous for the chief of staff to diminish and discredit the advocates that come there about real issues that's going on in the city. Nobody has to lie on you or personalize anything. We're not talking about you as an individual. We're talking about you and the negative impact that it's had on the residents of the city, the decisions you make, the actions you take. And let's start with the suppression of public forums, removing the faces of the residents that's at the podium to speak.
So what you're talking about, when they have a council meeting twice a month in North New Jersey, and the people, the residents go to the podium, they go there to go speak, and it's televised. And now if you got enough confidence to go there and speak, and you got enough confidence to put your face on that screen so that people could see you and see you're one of them, you know what these people did now? They removed that. Nobody can see your face. Nobody really knows who you are when you're standing up there. That's what the council people did. They removed the people's faces and they cut the time. And if you say what they don't want to hear, they have the police drag you out. That's all under their administration. It wasn't like that before them. Since they got in 2012, they have locked up several people that went to the podium to go speak. They used the police, the pigs in there to lock them up. And that's what she's explaining. She's explaining it to him right now. That's why he's biting his bottom lip, because he knows.
Violation of that First Amendment that everyone claims to uphold. Well, that's wild crazy.
Wild crazy, bro. Look at him biting his lip. He like biting that lip, huh? Yeah.
Banning people from the council chambers that's not in agreement with you. I brought to you.
You know how I know they ban people? They banned me. They banned me from the council. They banned me. What's her name? MacGyver.
She's a senator now, or whatever she is. She's in Congress somewhere. She banned me. She banned me, and she banned the general secretary from speaking at the council. This was a couple of years ago. Like, that's when I used to go. Now, but like since they banned me, there's no need to even be around these people. But yeah, they banned me.
And this is factual. All of your budgets that you submitted to DCA, the state, and calibrated with a CPA, our deficit. Everybody is not lying on you about the deplorable conditions they're living in. For example, you talk about Villa Victoria. You and your
I hope everybody saw that video I showed of Villa Victoria, because that's what they're talking about now. She's talking about what happened. That lady that started off, I showed the video. LC, you saw the video? Just nod your head.
Nah, I chimed in a little late.
Nah, you good, you good. I'm about to bring it back. Where we at? We at 133. Let me bring the video back, because I need y'all to see this, because this is what she's talking about. They did a whole study. There you go, right here.
Newark are pleading for help. They say conditions inside their apartments are unlivable. News 12's Jennifer Porter Real went to check it out.
Yeah, but
Aisha Carter, a tenant at the Villa Victoria apartments in Newark, says the conditions inside her home have become too much to handle.
Rat infestation. I have water bugs. I have mold.
She says the situation is taking a toll on her two daughters, including one who is autistic.
I feel like my life is being stopped. It's at a standstill because I can't order her medical equipment. It's like I have an extra job and not getting paid for it.
Carter says the situation has gotten out of control.
I don't get any sleep at all because the rats are running through the ceilings, they're running through the walls. If I'm sitting on the couch, they're running over your feet. My daughter's on her laptop doing her homework. They're running across her feet.
She says she has been sending complaints to management since 2010, but says nothing has been done.
My soul is crying because all I want is a healthy environment for my babies. It's not even about me.
Carter says she's now left cleaning nonstop and boxing her belongings around the house.
Rat poop everywhere, so every day I'm cleaning. I'm sweeping, I'm mopping, I'm wiping toys off. I'm making sure it's disinfected for the baby.
The city recently issued multiple violations against the landlord, but as of today, she says no repairs have been made.
They don't want to fix anything, but they want our money.
In the meantime, Carter and other tenants who chose not to be on camera say they are left dealing with roaches, mold, and dirty water. In Essex County, Jennifer Porter Real, News 12, New Jersey.
Now you look up top, Slumlord Villa Victoria. That's what she was talking about just now with her. She was telling about the slumlords at Villa Victoria.
Community that's of our city. You may not like me, brother, but you gotta love Newark.
Well, shut up. Let me see, 133. Right here.
What's your question? Where you from?
Hello, Lisa Parker. Maria, you and your brother bust the people down to Symphony Hall from Villa Victoria about their deplorable.
All right, so check it out, right? So she's been complaining. The lady in that video been complaining since 2012. That was Cory Booker that was mayor. Cory Booker is gone now, and then the Rob Baraka came in 2012, 13, whenever. So she's been complaining about this building. It's 2026. They just finally bust the people. You heard me saying thank you. They bust the people from Villa Victoria down to Symphony Hall to have a meeting. They're going to be the buffer, because that's what they do at this meeting. The people at City Hall, these politicians are the buffer between the people and the slumlords. And they come in there and they're like lawyers for the slumlord, and they make promises to the resident that they're not going to keep. But he think like we are also stupid not to understand like that's what they're doing. So he's talking about some thank you, because she said they bust the residents over there. Nobody's saying like that was a good thing. We're telling you we know the tricks of the game that you play. And nothing has been changed since you did the busing. Yo, I got other videos, because we go to these meetings where the tenants are trying to hold them accountable. And when they get in there, they see us. They see the Black Panther Party there. They tell the police to make us leave. The residents got to tell the police and tell them, no,
They're not leaving. They're the one that comes check on us. They're the one that comes kick the door in when we can't get inside this apartment and the slumlords don't lock our doors illegally. I got the video. Maybe next week I'll show the video where I'm in there. You see them lined up with the white shirts, the police, in a hallway with chairs and everything, and the people are there. We're sitting down. We're waiting to hear them address the situation. And all they got time for is to get the police to come say they're going to drag me out of there. They bring the police to drag us out because they know the Black Panther Party is there to speak for the people. We're not going to let you do all that goofy, try to spin up, man. But anyway, let me let this get.
Listen, in February, why did it take the news to come over there to see the rats in the deplorable conditions for y'all to take action? Let's be genuine and real on this.
See what he's doing? He's being passive aggressive. He's trying to say, wrap her up. You watch, he's going to start looking around at everybody. This is what they do. They have no respect for the people in the community. Yo, watch this. She's talking. He's been on the show for like a whole hour, 2 hours. He's going to be on the show. She only been on there for like 2 minutes talking. And watch him.
Real on this thing.
Thank you,
Secondly, I've been coming down there. You don't speak to me.
Look at him. Thank you, Lisa. He's looking around. Like, y'all not going to shut her up? Because that's how they used to move it. They used to move it like that. They just shut the people up, make them shut the hell up, and keep on going and stuff. Because the people are not worthy. We not valid. Who are we? We are nobodies. We're not the people that put money in their campaign coffers. So don't listen to them. Speed her up. Get up out of here.
You don't speak to me because I'm vocal because you can't buy me, give me land, a chicken box, or anything else. But the truth be told, if you was handling your business for 12 years, you wouldn't be in a space of people not liking you. They don't like the decision you made that have put this city in debt. Crime is riddled. City services are poor. So don't rewrite history. Let's talk about what's real and concrete. And if you were earnest and honest, you would sit down with the people and have a conversation, because there are intelligent, educated consumers out here that have ideas, but y'all don't respect the people. And that's the real issue here. And let's talk about you're terrorizing and bullying people.
Sorry, we don't bully them to try to hurry up and get them out of there. But the people don't like y'all because of what you've done to the people. Whenever they go on social media and they post, you read the comments. 99.9% of the comments are negative against them. Usually when they go to speak, because if you talk to them, we talk to the public all the time. They say they're gonna have an event. They pack these people are sociopaths, son. So like when you get out of prison, people that's come home from prison, they're looking for work. They hire them to go work at the school, like Safe Passage. They pay them like $13, $15 an hour. They get them to work at wherever, City Hall, pay them like $13, $15. When they have speaking events, they gather all those people together, and they take those people. I don't know if they pay them extra or they just tell them to go because they gave them a job. But these people go to these events to intimidate the people in the community, to intimidate other politicians. This is how they move, bro. So it's like they're not used to the community. Answer them questions. For the last 12 years, every space they go in is controlled. They don't control the space. And you can see how it's coming out. Every single one of them. I think 3 people from the administration came on this show the last 2 weeks, and every one of them had a poor or horrible interview. Because this space they can't control.
You can't have the long response. They're trying to get that.
Look,
check.
So now we just talked about crime. The boys was talking about crime. CEO, you want to say something?
Yeah, real quick, Chairman. First of all, thank us. All right. I just folded this chair that I had set up for you over here to sit down and come to my humble abode, brother, so we can have that dialogue. But I'll unfold it, I guess, one day this week. I know you're a busy brother. Come over and talk to your brother. But I want to ask you and Sister Patience, Chairman Africa, the sister that was talking about her rat-infested apartment and being interviewed by Channel 12, do you know how to get in contact with her?
Yes, we do. The General Secretary will send you the information later.
Okay.
Got
all right. And also, Lisa Parker, I had on my show before. Thank you for that clip because I'll bring it back. And Brother Muta, I haven't talked to him in a while. I got to bring that brother on. But thank you, Chairman, for doing what you do, or shall I say, thank us, and I rest.
All power to the people. Thank us for real. Thank you. You called us to this space, baby. You brought us here. If you didn't bring me here, I wouldn't be here. Thank you, CEO. And guess what? The kids got they got Easter break next week. So I got a little bit of time. My schedule don't open up. So I'm gonna come sit down. We're gonna chop it up maybe Monday or Tuesday. My schedule cleared up for next week. I don't have no excuses. I'm coming to see you next week, baby. Tomorrow.
Okay, I appreciate it. Give me a call, brother. I'm unfolding the chair as we speak right now. That you can have a seat over here.
On my chair, yo. On my chair.
Thank you. And Chairman and Sister Patience, please call me with that sister's number, because when we do our big health event, I need Mutai to come out because I want him to speak. I'll give that brother a call. I would like for that sister, and if you got a few others that are going through the dilemma that she's going through, we need to have them on the podium to speak to the crowd, because as you know, I get a nice crowd for our big health event. So they need to speak to the audience, so this way they can enlighten them what's going on in this city, brother. You know. And when you said that, brother, it just made me want to just walk out my house and just put something in that sister's hands, so that way it could just help ease just a little bit of what she's going through over there. You know. So please, Patience, give me a call, and thank you, Chairman. Appreciate you. Peace and blessings out to Brother Muta Alameen. Yes.
We'll do it. And I'm going to call Muta, make sure he hit you up, too. I'm going to call
Thank you.
Yeah, but check this out, though. So we talking about all of this about criminalization, how we treated in our community. Yo, I want you to watch this video, because this is what the politicians, the people in power. So yeah, our community is filled with people committing underground economy kind of crimes. I don't even see it as crime. Because if you're doing whatever you're doing to try to survive, you don't have no food, there's not enough job for you. Yo, you try to create like lottery system. They talk about it policy, whatever, back then. It used to be policy, but they switched it over. They made it illegal, and now they do lottery now, which is legal. So whatever the people do in the community, if you're selling weed in the community, you're no worse than the liquor store over there. You're no worse. You're selling crack, you're no worse than the liquor store over there. If you're going to lock people up for selling weed, crack, you need to deal with them people selling that poison in the liquor store. You see, but they legalize what they want to, and criminalize who they choose to criminalize. And this video will show you what the people in position of power that look like us, what they believe the tax dollars should be going to. Instead of building institutions, bringing jobs, or paying people enough for them to live, this is what they spend millions of dollars on.
Cameras are incredible. Wow, you can see right in Bradley Court, and we all way in Oscar Miles right now. Stephen Crane.
Yo, they're in a whole different part of town. But these are our communities that they're able to monitor and view, go inside the windows and view everything. So if somebody's selling weed, you got this camera here to see them selling weed, and you go over there and you go arrest them. But these people the slumlords, these corporations, these people committing crimes, the real crimes. None of these cameras are at their homes.
Wow, yeah, they're going.
So if you can't see this right now, this is a mobile command center. It's a truck that they got cameras of all our communities. They have cameras that's pointing into our communities. Even it goes into the windows. It shows everything that is going on in the community, and they're sitting there watching it, surveilling us to see what we're doing in our neighborhoods.
Oh, yeah, that's facing the South North Avenue side. Man, a lot of those are boarded up.
Chairman, pause for a second.
These are real time.
Go ahead.
So this is actually a mobile command center for a Newark Housing Authority. So Newark Housing Authority owns a lot of properties, and they're supposed to be affordable rent. And right now they are being federally monitored because they mismanage funds and properties, and and they're one of the biggest slumlords in the city of Newark. You heard the gentleman say that those are empty apartments. Imagine how much money they spent on this mobile to turn turned North Housing into a police state. All that money could have been used to fix those boarded up apartments and put people in them. But they rather surveil us and lock people up.
That's crazy. So who will man these stations?
I'm the senior council operator at Palm Street.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll designate someone. It's not myself.
Yeah.
I'm a special police officer in here with one.
Oh, okay.
They'll do their own investigations.
Mm.
So when we see, we'll pass information on to them.
Gotcha.
And they connect with our police and narcotics and so on and so forth.
Wow.
Everything on live time. We can park this anywhere.
Incredible.
Cameras over there, they look really, really good.
Where at? At Pennington? Yeah. All y'all people out there, illegal activity, you better find a new job, man. It's right here to shut you down. God, oh yeah, that's big old Pennington right there. Oh yeah, I forgot you still have Riverview. You don't have Riverview?
Minimum Riverview. That's the next file for them.
You hear the person behind the camera? You don't have Riverview. They don't have enough of our communities out there. They got these are all. He's naming the different communities in the city where our people are at. I'm talking about only black people. Those are the communities he's talking about. And he's sitting there like, you don't have Riverview, or you ain't got them people either. You need to have them people under surveillance. We're living in a surveillance state. This is in 2021. We're in 2026. So they've been doing this for years. While you're out there working 2-3 jobs trying to survive and pay rent. This is what they're doing with the tax dollars from them jobs that you're slaving at.
How about higher court? You got minimum higher court? Yeah.
We're just along on to the hot spot.
Okay. Yeah.
Chairman.
Mm.
He asking about all these communities and he don't live in any one of them.
Don't live in none of them. Don't live
ain't that something? Yeah, how about that?
You went over at People Village. You got you went there at Riverside. We're moving on to High Court, possibly Terrell.
Which one is Terrell?
Terrell is Riverview.
Riverview, okay. We always, everybody got like 20 different names for these projects. Oh, yeah. That's what, Pennington?
90%.
Yeah, that's right in the center of Pennington. Wow, this is incredible. Damn. So let me ask you, all of this information like downloads to like a server, like, oh, let me get out. Yeah.
This is Bill from our son.
I'm sorry. Those are.
That's the Councilwoman MacGyver. She's the one that banned us from the council meetings. She's going over here now, and she's showing the rest of the world what she has done to her community. She is not white. She is black as anybody in the community. She probably was born and raised in the city. But this is like how they make money, by going to go work for NASA to go and catch the other slaves from the plantation. This is how they always survive. Now watch her. She's about to go inside and go take a tour of this is what she went to Congress to do, to lock our children up.
Yeah, that's incredible. They kicked me out. They need the important people.
All those people, when they pan that camera, all those people that you see, they look like us. I don't see no white supremacy there. I don't see no KKK. I just see other people that look like us, like him. I think he was a football coach at I don't know if he dead or still alive,
but I think he used to be a football coach at Weekway or Shabazz. For years, these are people that are in front of our children. They're in front of our children acting like they're mentoring them. What are they mentoring them to be? What are they mentoring them to be? To be the future Gestapos and secret police in our communities that lock us up. Because I'm telling you, all these people don't come from Mars. They don't come from no foreign place. These are our children. These are our children that they're using to oppress us, all behind the lie that we are all free and we live in a democracy. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you, man, you got any people living in public housing and they doing something they ain't supposed to be doing, stop, man. Sierra, stop, man. If you got people living in public housing, this is all the solutions they have for people. There are no jobs. They don't have no job to pay you enough to pay rent. There's none of that. The only thing they got for you is cameras to police you and try to get you locked up. Yo, for years, we've been complaining in Norg about the house, about the school, the education system. Our children don't know how to read. They're not teaching them nothing. You got 30 kids in the classroom. Yo, that's not going to work. Look, they're finally coming for them, bro. They got the superintendent out there. He got to answer these questions. Yo, check this out. War on fraud.
$287 million. That's how much money Newark Public Schools, New Jersey's largest school district, received in COVID-19 relief funds. Now, 3 state lawmakers are calling for a federal investigation into how that money was spent.
It follows a pattern of adults behaving badly, mismanaging funds that are meant for students. One thing we do know is it did not.
See her, Dawn Fantasia, Republican. So they're trying to propel themselves in this political game. So what they're going to do, they're going to find all these criminals, these frauds in the inner city, and they're going to use them as a stepping stone. You see, but when they come and grab these frauds, grab these what is Roger Leone, the superintendent? When they come grab all these people, you know what they're going to say? Yo, they're coming after us because we are people of color, because we are black. Even though we've been complaining about their malfeasance for years, but now when these people come get them, they're going to start complaining and saying it's racial.
Improve student learning. It did not improve outcomes, and the adults absolutely behaved badly with no judgment whatsoever in this situation.
The complaint hinges on if the money actually went to help address student learning loss. Joining me now to respond, Newark Public Schools Superintendent Roger Leone. Superintendent, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Yo, this sack of trash right here, man. Hey, like, I've known since 2008 when I walked out of prison, and I've been going into these schools, going into these institutions, going to City Hall, like trying to understand like why our community functions the way it does. I put their heads with the superintendent that was here, Cammie Anderson, because she was trying to bring charter schools. So we all protested. People lined up. They used to lock us out of meetings. We couldn't go into the community, couldn't go in there. And I remember this sack of trash coming up to me saying, Africa, yo, keep pushing up. Keep it up. Well, keep up the good work. This was before he was superintendent. He was just another person in the administration. Since he became superintendent, yo, he don't even talk to me no more. Whose phone is that? That's my phone? That's my mother calling from Africa. Mom, I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone right now, Mom. But yo, I had his number. Let me see if I still got his number. Let me see if he can still talk to me. But that's Roger Leone right there. Where is it at? Where do I go? Let me see.
People flip the script real quick.
Go ahead.
Talk a good one, but they ain't really about that.
Yeah, he's not, but I'm calling him right now. Let's see if he pick up. But yeah, but him right there. He used to be like, he on my
He is
phone.
not picking up.
Hey, man, I know you ain't going to pick up. I'm just calling him anyway. But he used to be talking about like you on our side. Like y'all doing a good fight. But as soon as these people get in position of power, they steal the money. So they give him $280-something million. Yeah, my call be forwarded to voicemail. He may try to hit me up later. But be that as it may, I've known these people for over a decade, going on almost 2 decades. And I've watched all of them climb this ladder to get inside Master House. And I've seen what they've done once they got inside Master House. You see, that's why we say electoral politics is not an option. Because once you go in there, you become like everybody else. But listen to this interview right here, and listen to the spin, the fast talking stuff, and just the way that he talks to them in this interview is the same way they talk to the rest of us when they come down there. They try to spin you like you don't know what you're talking about. But you see, he got the right one.
I want to give you a chance. I want to give you a chance to respond to that lawmaker's critique.
I have absolutely no idea what that assembly person is actually talking about. So that's why I was extremely excited to be given the opportunity to be able to answer any questions that you actually may have, so that would help you and any of the audience.
Let me jump in then and fill it out. There's a couple of things they've said. One of them that stood out to me, an allegation that $1.4 million was spent on what the lawmakers have said is they've spoken to that literacy consultant, and they allege that that individual has said none of the work that $1.4 million is supposed to pay for actually happened. Have you been able to account for that $1.4 million?
Sure. So I actually have what these people are claiming they have, which was based on an Open Public Records Act request, which is before me, of that one vendor. If they actually go to the second page of the documents that they have, it clearly says that they want the contract of that vendor, and they didn't receive it because there is no contract for that vendor. You can't have a no-show job if you actually don't have a job. You would need a contract to have a job to then not show up at the job. That's extremely important for people to be actually aware of. And what's very concerning is that these politicians in particular have claimed that they have this Oprah request, which means they have a statement from our records of custodians that clearly indicates that there is no contract.
So
more importantly, the insinuation...
For the viewers, sir, so was the $1.4 million spent on this consultant or not?
No.
It was never spent.
You would need to have a contract in order to do that. And just also what I was going to say, and I think...
Yeah, but you notice what he's not answering? Who want to tell me what he's not answering?
Where the fuck the money went?
Hey, yo,
apologies again for the profanity. Apologies.
Yo, just like the sister said, though, they be trying it. They be just pulling it. They be drawing it out of you. Like, that's crazy. Like, where the bread at?
Yo, he's
acting like crazy.
Yo, he said, where did $1.4 million at? He like, that company never had a contract with us. So he's like, where the bread at? He gonna talk all around. You see, when you go to the school board to talk to them, you only got 3 minutes, and you can't ask them a follow-up question. So whenever you say to them, they're gonna read, they're gonna go through it, and they're gonna do this spin right here. They're gonna do the spin right here, and they act like they answered your question, when in all actuality, they're cooking the books. But these people been doing this for decades. They've been getting rich while people starve. Yo, you know how rich he done got since he got into that position a couple of years ago? Yo, this dude done got fat, had liposuction, and got fat again. Under our bread, eating our bread and money. Watch him, he fat again. He ain't got liposuction and got skinny. But he can't stop eating. Or he can't stop sucking. I don't know which one it is. And look at his neck. We back here, we asking him where the bread at. And he telling us that they didn't have no contract with us. So who you gave the money to? Because the money ain't disappeared. And what people think, when they say they get 200 and something million, 280 something million, 1 point something billion contract, people think like that money is going to the community. Yo, it's paying their salaries. It's paying for them to go on vacations. Yo, they go away like they do work trips. And they go to Hawaii to go have their convention. And they're in there in a nice Airbnb with pool, they're flying, they're taking pictures, showing us how they're living large, while the people here are starving. The classroom got 30, 35 students in it. Ain't no classroom in the world, in the hood, with 30 kids you're going to be able to teach anybody. Yo, we work with kids. I can't even teach them basketball. Yo, I have 10 kids. I'm trying to teach them something. It's almost impossible by myself. Now, imagine having 30-some kids in the class and they don't even want to be there. Some of them are hungry. They're waiting for lunch. They're not trying to hear nothing, but this is the condition that these people have produced in our community. Straight savages, man. Straight savages. Let me see where we at here. Let me see. What are you talking about?
1 second, Chairman.
To finish
1
that.
second, Chairman. When they were negotiating, the teachers, when they were negotiating the contract, because one of the complaints with these Newark teachers, well, teachers in general, is too many people in the classes, and that's a rightful complaint. But when you're negotiating your contract and you have a choice to lower the classroom rate, but then they put in your face saying, no, you should have more students in your class and then take this merit pay. The teachers take the merit pay. So it's like, even the teachers, they doing it to themselves. Because, again, everybody's chasing that buck, that dollar.
Not all power to the people. Nah, they are. Because we remember, I'm telling you, we was in these meetings. I used to go to these meetings by myself with my laptop, and I used to tell them I was a reporter. In 2008, 2009, with Cammy Anderson, all these people around. There was no investigation, no right to speak. Yo, I gave my life to this struggle. I used to be in there listening to them. I mean, smelling all their funky colognes, perfumes, because everybody in there, they're Hollywood. I mean, smelling like being around them. I couldn't stand these people. But I used to be around, because you got to know, like, I'm a G, man. I'm from the streets. I just did like 5 years coming home from prison. Like, I have seen gangsters. I've seen the worst of the worst. Man, I've been in prison brawls. I done got stabbed in the back. I done got stabbed in the head. I've been with the worst of society. And then I'm around these people, and I didn't even understand that those people that I knew in prison were not even the worst. That these slimy bastards are on a whole different level. Because I was in there, in the meetings. I was in there when they took the contract, when the teachers took the contract and sold the residents out. That has never come out. There has not been a story or anything about what happened during those protests. Because the teachers went and took the contract from Cammy Anderson. They went on ahead and closed schools, pushed all these charter schools, and we were betrayed by the teachers and the administrators.
All for a little bit of paper.
All for a little bit of paper, son. All for and then they'll turn around and blame the same community that it is your fault.
And that paper was even worth it because they got the merit pay through the Facebook Zuckerberg money. And that money didn't last. It didn't last. Nobody even know where that money went.
At point, the whole idea that somebody would claim that there is a no-show job and that somebody would actually get paid for that is not the Newark that I know, and is not the Newark Public Schools that I lead.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You shouldn't even have a job. Your job is a no-show job. You have showed nothing and done nothing since you've been there. The school has continuously gotten worse. So how are you getting paid? There's no company, there's no private company in the world where you produce what you have produced and you still have a job. But in Newark, you could do what you want to do, man, because the people, we are nobodies. We don't count. You could do whatever you want to do to us. You could have all the failure, and you just get paid. You get paid the next year, year after that. Everybody get paid.
One of the critiques they have, and I appreciate you interacting with that allegation they have, one of the critiques is that the money spent doesn't show up in student outcomes. And I've seen people in the state point to literacy rates and math proficiency rates in Newark, which I think it's 34% for English language. I think it's 21% for math. Those are not stellar numbers.
These are the numbers they got. Usage, arts, test pass rate, math, test pass rate, 21%. Like, what's this? English, what? So I got, this ain't good enough.
English, language, arts, and then the other one is math, test, pass
Next
rate.
time I need the whole thing on here. Like, I can't really see, like, you can't really see this stuff right here. I mean, it doesn't look right. I mean, but these are the grades. The passing grades, what the people have, language, arts, 34%, language, whatever. I don't know what's this side over here.
Okay, and so,
like, I don't know what's going on over here.
Statewide, English, language, arts, test.
Oh, it's 53% statewide. And in Newark, it's 34%, right?
Correct.
So the rest of America is dumb too, but we just dumber than dumb. And then math test pass rate, 21% in Newark. The rest of the The rest of the state, 41%. I'm saying the rest of the state dumb too, but we just got a whole special level of dumbness in our community. They just make us get dumber.
Public schools on the whole, man, it's just bad, bro. Real bad throughout the whole country.
Bad, because all these people are frauds. They're all paid to keep our communities the same way. If we went to the Bronx, the numbers probably look the same. If you went to wherever you go to Cali, you go to Philly, you go wherever you go, the numbers are probably like similar. Because in our communities, they're not here to teach us how to take power. They're here to teach us how for us to continue to be slaves. Just read well enough to work in their industry and make money for them. Don't know enough to be able to challenge these people.
That's groomed capitalism from kindergarten on up.
All the way up.
Website, you would be able to find our ESSER and ARP impact summary document that outlines.
And he's not lying. You go to their website, they have all this fake paper. They don't straight cook the books. They pencil whipping you. A whole bunch of numbers that mean nothing. Yeah, you got them numbers up there. You got all them fake numbers up there. Means absolutely nothing. But all that talking, what happened to the 1.4 million, B? All that talking he doing, he ain't get to that. I mean, like, if I'm outside talking to you, you owe me 1.4 million. And I'm like, where's my 1.4 million? And you go in your pocket, you get out charts, I'll punch you in your mouth.
Maybe even worse. That's crazy. 1.4 mil, that's a different type of paper right there.
Word up. We're not even doing, I don't want to see your charts, B. Where did 1.4 million at?
And the process that we've used, the investments where they landed, and the actual spending that we made during the entire time period.
And the investments. So like they tell them like you got to get the reading score up. They will go and invest and hire a company, even though they're a school. They will go and invest and hire a company that probably one of them own, that a couple of them own. They'll send like millions of dollars to that company, and they'll tell that company to come in, just like the water. Remember they said they were going to fix the pipes? They give the money to a company that they know, that they own, that one of their friends own. They fix none of the pipes. Or in this case, they give them money to come down and teach literacy. Nobody know how to read. You ask somebody like, yo, give me that book. They be like, what book? What kind of, how the book look? I'm making a joke. I'm throwing somebody under the bus right now. Talk about, how does the book look? Like a book. I mean, but be that as it may. I mean, that's how these people be coming. They straight cook the books and just spin and lie.
From President Biden's end to President Trump's.
All right, enough, Roger. I had enough of you, Roger. Yeah, but anyway, look, we about to wrap up real quick. I don't know if it's here. Hey, General Secretary, you know if Ronald Johnson here?
Let me see. Unless his name is, there's no Ronald Johnson, but there's phone numbers, and I don't know if he's here.
Hey, Ronald, if you're here, say something, Ronald Johnson, if you're here. But if you're not here, we about to wrap it up real quick. But like we said, our duty and our job as Panthers is to create programs in the community, to serve the community. This video I'm about to play is from yesterday, not from 2 weeks ago, a year ago. This is a way of life. So yesterday, our comrade out in Plainfield had an Easter egg hunt for the kids. I mean, so the kids in the community, so they could experience all these things that they usually want to experience growing up in our community. I mean, what you call it's not going to do it. I don't even know if the city of North, they had this Easter egg hunt thing. But we put it together. And I went out there with the little homies. They had the bouncy houses out there. If you want a bouncy house, you're interested in anything like that, you contact Jack from Open, Comrade Jack. Man, just hit me up. Just hit us up, hit our Instagram, whatever, and we'll connect you with Comrade Jack. But he was out there. He was the one that really spearheaded this. So we had a cookout. We fed the kids. They got some ice cream. They played in the bouncy house, and they had the Easter egg hunt, just to have them live like kids. I mean, but all of that is part of organizing. This organizing, because those children will never forget these experiences. So in the future, when you come into them and you're trying to talk to them, you have access to them. It's easy to talk to them because they know you generally care about them. But let me play the video real quick.
Low Panther Cubs is setting up for the Easter egg hunt. But yeah, all the way. We got to keep going all the way down. Yo, you all the way down. Yeah,
the guy threw the egg.
I see. Look.
So talk to him, right?
I got you. Hey, look, listen, everybody come here. Everybody, that voice right here in the background, that's the Comrade Jack. I mean, he giving me orders too, like tell him where to go, all of that. Don't just allow them to just do whatever. I understand. I mean, so we're going to get into attention. We're going to fix this real quick. Come here. Now get in attention. You don't forget what attention is. Well, get in attention, man. You just stand there. Hey, look, we're supposed, there we go. Let's go. Yes, sir, General. Hey, listen, bro. We going all the way down the block. Hey, how far down we going? To what? All the way up the hill? Yo, we going all the way up. That truck all the way up there, right? Yo, we going all the way up there. So you look at me. You see that truck? Got you. So listen, get attention. Oh, turn up. Yes, sir, General. Turn up, yes. Hey, listen, we're going to go all the way up, put eggs. Turn around. Y'all see that truck all the way up there? Oh, yeah, the blue one. We're going to go all the way up there, then we're going to come all the way back down on the other side of the street. So you can't put like 50 eggs on one corner. You got to space it out. So let's go. Put the eggs up. Yo, go all the way down there with the eggs. Stop putting them all right here. Go all the way down. Hey, you. Don't you see an egg right there? What you want to put an egg there for? Go all the way up the street. Yo, you about to get fired in the day off.
My Panther, who am I, Panther? What I got soul. What I got love. What I got pride. What I wanna be free. Reach your hands in the air. You feel like me. Who am I, Panther? Who am I, Panther? What I got soul. What I got love. What I got pride. What I wanna be free.
Yo, while we doing that in the community, this is what the politicians are doing. They're spinning you. And your brother gave a state of the city address a couple of days ago. And he literally was up there trying to spin people, trying to get people to support him because he's running again for election. And he really didn't.
Well, we added the music.
Yeah, we added the music, but he was saying something, and he started spinning around. That's what the shoe shufflers are doing now, man. They know that people see that the game is rigged, so they try to do whatever they can to try to get the people motivated. But nobody's falling for this. Yo, you go on Instagram on the City of North page. Yo, go read the comments. Wherever they post anything, go read the comments. Yo, wherever you at, go look for City of North and see whatever they made on any social media platform. And you will see 99% of the people up there are talking about how horrible a job they're doing, how they hate them, how they need to go. But the sad part is when they go, whoever come in is going to be just like them. So we gave out a couple of gold eggs. They found the gold egg. So once you find the gold egg, you come over and you talk to me, and I just basically tell them what Pantherism is about. And then I gave them my number, and I told them, yo, with that gold egg, if you ever need anything, I don't care what time it is, where you at, just pick up the phone and call that number. The Black Panther Party will be here to serve you. I mean, so like I had the conversation with him, and then I got Christmas presents and all of that stuff. You see, yo, it was a whole bunch of people that came out there, yo. A whole bunch of kids, probably like what? I said like 100 kids or something like that was out there hunting for the Easter egg. He had over 1,000 eggs hidden all over. There was some on the field everywhere, and they had I think 10. I'm not sure how many gold eggs he had, but the gold eggs had like $10, $20 in them. And if you got the gold eggs, you came over for us to talk to you. What I told you, all of this is for. It's all for organizing to reach the people. I mean, like you could talk all this back to Africa, all this Black Power stuff on social media or wherever you at, but you're not down there. You're not boots on the ground dealing with the people, talking with the people. You're jerking rat. You need to go to the people. You need and them burgers, whatever burgers that is, that box. Look at that box, General Secretary. We got to get that box this summer because we're going to do it again. We're going to have a cookout. We're going to have several cookouts. And everything is going to be free is just to meet the people. I mean, so the comrades going to come from Atlanta. We're going to have comrades from New York. We're going to have comrades from Philly. All the comrades going to pull up. You know what? We might do one for Captain Patience when she graduates from senior hall.
I was thinking, because it's gonna be so close to her graduation, we should coincide it with May Day. Isn't May Day like in May?
Woo! Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna start working on that. But we want everybody to pull up, because the only way we're gonna solve all these issues we're dealing with in our community is by us doing it ourselves. So like it's a wrap for this.
No, Chairman, go to the slide with the hoodies.
Okay. Yeah. So like, look, we not rich. We just like you in the community. So we make these hoodies. We try to sell them to get a couple of dollars to help out. So like these hoodies probably come to like $25, $30 to me. So we sell it for like $45. So what, you're making $15, whatever. But that's okay, because that $15 go to the food that we give to the kids during the week. That $15 go towards the gas that we're using every week. Yo, I used to put $60 in the tank. That $60 lasted me like 3 days, maybe 4 days. Yo, I put $60 in the tank. It's barely half a tank. Money going up. There's a war going on. There's a world war going on right now. I know we're in America and people don't see it. You're not reacting to it. But the prices, the price of the gas, the prices for food, everything going up. I mean, so like, we can't fund all this stuff on our own. I mean, so we put this stuff out there. We try to sell the hoodies, the T-shirts, whatever we can to try to make ends meet. We even, like, we going to sell food too this summer. But yeah, man, so I think that's it for this week. That's it, General Secretary?
That is it for this week, but I'm coming so you can be on screen so we can get feedback from the audience.
So if you got anything, you can go ahead and chop it up. Talk to me real quick so we end this.
That merch is dope. Definitely some gonna look into copping. I like that black, man. That black is my favorite. Like, black is the way it's at for me, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. If I click my thing, my face. Now I got you.
I just screenshotted the info, so I'm definitely gonna look into that.
Good looking, bro. Word up. And you see that number, the number that 17, that's straight to the General Secretary. You talk to her, whatever you need, we'll find a way to get it to you, man. Real talk, but that's what's up, though. Good looking, man.
No doubt. And much respect to you for the work you're doing for the community, man, and for the kids in the future. Like, it's real talk. You're really about that action. You know what I mean? You ain't about the talk. You about the movement. You know, and action speaks louder than words. So salute you always for that.
And I know a comrade when I see one. Yo, we got a spot for you, baby boy. Whenever you ready. Hey, yo, man, let's open a chapter where you at. Let's bring all of this stuff where you at. Real talk. So I want you to think about that, yo. Yo, we'll bring the food, we'll bring the bouncy houses, we'll bring whatever. And you just give it to the community for free and watch them come.
No doubt. That sounds like a good move. That sounds like real, because we need that all over.
Yeah.
All over. So definitely something to give consideration to without a question.
All power to the people, yo. So anybody else got something? Anybody want to say something before we wrap up real quick? And it's beautiful being here with y'all, man. Hey, yo, shout out to you, Karima. I mean, what you doing now? Oh, you getting off that? You got it. But yeah, shout out to you, Karima. Shout out to everybody that showed up to see CEO. I was trying to hit that. Yeah, shout out to CEO. Can y'all, Captain Patience, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. All power to the people. Hey, yo, shout out Hot Rod. I see you out there, Hot Rod. Yeah, I know yesterday was short notice. That's why I really didn't reach out to y'all, because I knew like they changed the date from Sunday to Saturday. I didn't want to put you through all of that. I mean, but it went real good though, Rodrigo. Who else out there that I didn't mention yet?
Poppy.
Yeah, that's Karima.
Yeah, so that's everybody.
All right, well, till next week, all power to the people. I live for the people. I die for the people.
All power.
Oh, I enjoyed all the people. Joyce, out to everybody. Out to all of you, yo. Hey, yo, please come back next week. It's like, yo, we the only ones that can do this, yo. And all power to all of you. Are you here, Patience? Where you go, Patience?
Oh, Preston.
I got it.
Because you were saying bye.